So, you know, that's a good thing for anybody that wants to be like a Mario Maker streamer and wants to make it as a Mario Maker streamer. Like, you have to think about this. Like, why are you streaming? What sets you apart from everyone else?
Taco remix, badass streamer, dad, and a friend. You're gonna have a great stream.
Because if this camera is not gonna work, I might have to just delete that, to be honest. Properties.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine now.
All right, cool.
Excellent. You're amazing. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You're amazing.
Aw, well, thank you, sir. So
very well.
So let's see. Let's try to set this up a little bit. And I do have to update my title. I have to update the game, all that good stuff. I'm going to click the deactivate when not showing, which is exactly what's happening. Hit OK, and let's see if I can show my my camera here. Let's see if that actually works, because OBS likes to be dumb.
Yeah, I can see yours now.
Oh, perfect. Ah, that's awesome. I'm so happy that that's...
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I have OBS open as well.
Yeah, isn't that fun how OBS is like, nah, either I'm using it or nobody's using it.
Exactly.
We're just going to be neighbors. You have to maintain social distancing anyway, so that's completely financially viable and responsible.
Just wave from the windows.
So good. All right, so I'm really interested to see how this whole thing could work. Like I said, it's been like 3 weeks since I've really put in a decent good stream where I'm trying to put up all the content and do all that, and I feel rusty as hell, man. Like I had a what is this? This is Glenn Morangi that Tacos the Filthy Casual bought me.
Oh gosh, you guys are gonna see my ugly green screen.
Ugly green screen. Terrible. So you know what I actually could do? If you have the lights on, I could make it so that both of us are green screened out. And then on top of that, I could, well, I'll probably do it later, but like I'll have like the guest in their own clown car.
I mean, like if I could get my Streamlabs working, I have my dry bone shell that I...
Oh, dude, that was phenomenal, by the way. That was such an awesome video. I could probably end up showing that as well for anybody else who doesn't know. So let's see here. And you put this in art, I believe, right?
Yeah, that is not an updated one. I actually just finished updating it and got it all set up on the stream. I think. No, you do have the newer one that doesn't have the middle keyframes in between.
No, this is canon. This is what you're going to be using from now on, right? So this is this is what it is. No, I was talking with JP earlier about this, and my only notes for it was and let's see if I can't, dude. I'll get on the clown car, dude. I don't care. Let's go. Let's freaking go.
Well, my camera isn't zoomed in all the way either, so if you try and green screen, it's gonna have like 2 walls because it doesn't let me zoom in on my cam.
That's
unless
so
you. You could.
That's you need to trim it at that point, right?
I can't trim it in Discord.
No, I mean like I would trim it on my end.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah.
So
yeah, if you want to do
so
that.
this is what JP's whole thing was. All right, he's got the grape drink down here, having a good old time, and then it moves as he plays it. Not only that, but he has a cool little dry bone shell. So I'm guessing you can go left and right, correct?
I can go left, right, up, down. The plan is, because I have an intro video.
It's probably muted you as I'm playing this for some reason.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh, are you talking?
I am now. Hello?
No, yeah, I can't. I totally can't even hear you. 1 second.
Oh no! Can anybody on stream hear
I
me?
figured it out. So I have headphones, and
Yeah,
I
stream
also
can
have
hear
a
me.
headphone extension. And look what happened. I can't hear anything while this is happening. However, if I do the magical thing of plugging it in, talk now. Yep. Oh, he's got it too.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Got it too.
Yeah, so the whole like setup for what it's gonna be is I'm gonna have a new intro video that I'm making. The purple drink's gonna lift up to cover up the entire screen, and then it's gonna come back down and set in place where it's at in that video.
Oh, that's
And
amazing.
then my cam in the dry bones is gonna like swing in like super quick across the purple drink and then like set in place.
That's so cool, man. And I'm looking at it, and it's really cool that it goes through the pipe and then down the pipe. And did you get the fat pipe from me? Like the fat part of the pipe kind of going up and doing its thing, or did you come up with that yourself?
Oh, I came up with that myself.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
So my whole thing was whenever I would have a notification pop up, it would have the regular pipe, and then it would show the fatness of the pipe, and then when it pops up, like it does a stretch and squash, pretty much. I mean, you're an animator too, so I'm sure you've been trained classically in the art of
squishing
of stretching and squashing.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to do right now is find a way to make it so that this video kind of pops out for you, which is interesting because you have different, like we'll have different, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think right now.
It's fine. I'm gonna actually move my Discord over real quick because I realize I'm looking over here and my camera's up there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There we go.
All right, man. So I mean, I'm gonna try to see. It's probably it might be best to zoom eventually, but just for the sake of like.
Oh, don't full screen it.
I'm not. No. I'm not gonna full screen it. I'm gonna definitely do this though, and then now you're here on the right side of the screen. I'll be like, "What's up, dude? High five." Hey, there we go. Perfect. Absolutely. Yeah. Eventually. Oh. I wonder if I ruined it again. Can you talk again? Can you guys hear everything?
Right here.
Okay, cool.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I was like, no, did you do it again? I heard you laugh, but there was no audio, and I was like, oh god, no way.
No, I have push to talk on my Discord because I use push to talk when I'm gaming with my friends. So
That's
that way,
very
if
smart.
I'm talking in chat, I don't tell them, oh, thanks for the sub, blah blah blah, and they're like, oh, we didn't sub.
Dude,
So,
I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got a text document, baby. We got a text document. So,
All right.
I thought this was interesting that you would say that. I think collaboration etiquette is absolutely amazing. And I feel very strongly about this because if you're streaming with a bunch of other people, let's say you're doing like a 4-man race in Mario Maker or something like that, your audience doesn't want to hear 3 other people responding to chat, responding to follows, responding to, just everything under the sun.
Exactly.
When you raid, it's very easy. You go to Discord, you set up a hotkey. Maybe you could push the middle mouse button or something to mute and deafen. And then you just go, hey man, thanks for the follow. Thanks for the, oh, we're raiding. And then that's, you do your 5-minute elevator pitch and then there you go. It's not that hard. And the audience, I think the audience really just doesn't, I would say, the audience wouldn't appreciate that because you're talking 3 other people. There's a chaos kind of involved where everyone's just kind of talking to their own chat. It's like, dude, you're doing a collaboration. It's kind of supposed to be like everyone's talking to each other and doing their own thing.
Exactly. I also have I got a back and a front key on my mouse. I use the front key. A lot of people know them as like back and forward button, like if you're on Internet Explorer, Chrome, whatever.
Don't ever say
on the
Internet
mouse.
Explorer
I'm
to me
sorry.
again.
I'm sorry. Chrome, Firefox, Opera, whatever you choose.
Right.
My forward button is my unmute, so I always keep it muted for teammates, always open for chat, so they hear both. I press that when I'm doing that, and then if I'm talking to my chat and I notice that the people I'm playing with are getting real loud, I have my back button actually set up to turn their volume down.
Oh, that's incredible.
So, yeah, it kind of filters them down, lets me kind of rise above them and talk to my chat if I'm like having like a heart-to-heart or something like that, and they need to kind of get out of there for a second.
Absolutely. So what I realized I didn't do was edit the stream info to say, hey, we're just chatting. And
oh, yeah, you should do that. Banned.
I know, right? Twitch deep dive.
Streamer, get in the right category.
How dare you? People are going to report you for not doing the right category. All right. Yeah, just chatting. Twitch deep dive. We'll just say that. Why not?
Whoop, whoop.
Why not? So I guess just to kind of start this off, let's kind of talk about, your goals, what you kind of want to attain as a streamer. And then we'll kind of look at your, we'll look at your Twitch stats. We'll look at your YouTube. We'll look at everything pretty much that you have got going on. And then it's more of like I'm really huge on personal development and all that. It's a huge hobby of mine. I've been wanting to, do personal development stuff since I was 14 years old, like high school, man. Like who does personal development in high school? You're thinking about girls and stuff, man.
Can we skip the YouTube?
Bro, no, if we got to skip the YouTube, we got to see the YouTube even more, dude. That's a huge thing.
My YouTube right now, so it's actually funny that that got brought up. My YouTube from way back when to now, I never utilized it as a YouTube channel. I always used it as a stream archive, so that way I wouldn't lose my VODs. I actually just got in touch with an editor, and they're going to be working on putting together something for me currently, actually, as far as I know. And as soon as I get that editing, seeing how that video comes back, if I end up working with them, then I am going to be using my YouTube regularly. That is definitely one of my big goals for it. But I'm just forewarning for everybody out there seeing the production value on your channel, in your chat, there ain't going to be any of that production value in my YouTube at all.
It's funny, Brittany's saying that's so not updated. That's fine.
Yeah.
No, that's completely fine. I mean, and again, man, we can talk about, what your plans are for the YouTube channel, develop steps on what to do and all that good stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
So as far as like hiring an editor, doing all that, I don't know. Some people don't like to really talk about money. I like talking about money. For anybody who does not, who's like trying to do this and trying to kind of be a content creator professionally, just to do all that. And they want to think about, hey, I'm up to a certain point in my, in my Twitch career, and I want to kind of delegate some time to somebody. What would be an average, like a good ballpark range to kind of hire an editor? And how, like, do you do it per video? Do you do it per week? Do you how would you really commission that out?
So with this one, it's kind of weird. And I would say, as far as that goes, with what I've looked into, and just, I do have friends who do editing, graphic design work, the whole 9 yards. A lot of that is kind of up to the streamer and the editor when they come together. The person that I'm actually going to be working with right now, they lost their job because of COVID-19. So they're learning. They know video editing, but they're kind of learning it in the process at the same time. They used to do a lot of music editing, like putting like big name people out in New York up. and doing editing for like music and things like that. So I trust the ability is there to do the work and be able to learn the work. So it's kind of a one-off situation. So I don't know if it would really apply to a blanket statement like that. But
there's definitely different strokes depending on
for sure.
what to do, especially if you're let's say trying to find someone who isn't as experienced and wants to learn, especially when you're starting out yourself trying to stream. So I think eventually finding people like that would be a perfect first solution to kind of go to, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, one, you get the experience, I kick you back a little money anyway, and then you get that valuable, you could put it on your resume or your, whatever your demo reel or something like that. And you can kind of say, hey, I have all this, they can say that they're a professional video editor because,
right. For sure. They're
paid for it.
Yeah, they're taking that gig. On top of that, I feel like when you're first starting off, you kind of have, at least I do, I run through a lot of different layouts over my Twitch career, and that's because I've never been happy with like a layout. And I finally got it to the point where like I like my layout, I like my alerts. Now I'm ready to start doing the video editing, and that's why I started doing this. It has an allowance where I can still kind of free form those videos, even though I'm not the one editing it. I still have a lot more of a handle on that editing process because they're learning, so I can kind of mold their learning to what I'm looking for in that video editing as well. So there's definitely obviously some bonuses with that as well too.
Exactly. I mean, you don't want to, the people that say that they're super good at a specific thing, yet they keep all their bad habits from old jobs and all that stuff kind of seeping into there. So I don't know, man. So I would say it's kind of hard for me, right? Like I would think if I were to hire an editor, depending on what their skill set was, I mean, I charge probably anywhere from 25 to 35 at emote for everything. But if you're talking about a video, that's significantly, it takes me probably, like an hour to 2 hours, depending on the, the detail of the thing. But if you're talking like Twitch clips, cutting all that through, that'll probably take a couple hours maybe. So I would say maybe anywhere from 50 to 100 a video. I'm not really sure.
Right.
I've never.
Yeah. And that's the other thing is you have to think about like if they're going to be doing like editable like graphics on that, or if they're just strictly going to be doing like jump cut editing. There's a lot of difference that goes into that. If they're doing visual graphics for you, that they're adding into those videos, that's going to be a lot too. So like there's definitely different tiers when it comes to video. I'm right there with you because I do emotes myself as well.
I know. So I know you do. Definitely, your commissions are open. Everyone go to JP. Give you some emotes.
Yeah, mostly retro stuff. So if you like pixelated everything, I can do
phenomenal.
Some more stuff. But that's my forte is like the pixel. As you saw with my layouts.
Yeah, dude, I'm strictly a Flash animator for sure. I'm recently trying to update my skill set with like Illustrator and all After Effects. I feel like that's the wave of the future, kind of.
Oh yeah,
definitely something that needed to be done a while ago. Because if you're talking like a flamethrower, Charizard coming out with a flamethrower, you want some real fire coming out of that. Make it look nice and clean. So.
For sure.
Just little things like that. All right. So let's talk about them goals. Let's talk about them Twitch goals.
Sounds good.
So we're talking it's Twitch. So I would say as far as like Twitch and stuff, how are you, what are you currently kind of at, and what are you trying to improve on for Twitch?
Let's pull up my stuff real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I actually haven't checked in a little while. This whole weekend flew by. I was supposed to be streaming like every single day, and I ended up cutting stream short or not streaming at all to finish the editing on my video. And
well,
that
I would
threw
say
a wrench in everything.
Yeah, I would say, too much streaming is not necessarily a good thing.
Oh yeah, no. I just try and stick on a schedule. I do usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sundays are tentative on how I'm feeling or if Britt's working, things like that. But I try and keep it like every other day, and the days off I'm working on videos or working on different things that I can edit, things like that.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this is your. We're doing it. We're going to Twitch. We're going to twitchtracker.com.
Oh dang!
Showing all your stats here.
You ever use Gnome?
Sully Gnome?
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say you just said the website.
So I haven't really been I haven't used them too much. I feel like I can kind of navigate through this one a little bit better, but Sully Gnome I've heard is vastly superior to all this. So this is what's interesting, right? Because I'm looking at the average viewer, and then you have like a cool little spike, and yeah, it's we got cool 6, 5, 5, 5, and then it goes up to 10 and doubles. Do you know what happened in the last month to kind of spike you up like that?
Yeah, I actually started posting clips of me beating Kaizo style levels to Instagram.
And that's interesting.
Yeah, utilizing Instagram a lot more and kind of cutting back on tweeting my going live on Instagram and just keeping the going live messages to Twitter. Because like the way I'm looking at it now, back before I got that like doubled spike, it was me looking at it like all of my social media, I need to just post when I go live every single time. Mm-hmm. And I noticed I wasn't getting as many followers on Instagram. And that's because people go to Instagram to consume media, not to learn about media. Mm-hmm. So like the going live posts, the things like that, unless it's something that's very well placed advertisement where like you're wearing a shirt and like it's a good picture, it's an Instagram photo picture,
right?
And you just advertise it in like the comments or something. The Instagram followers don't really navigate towards that. So like those going live posts, I would do like a different sticker or something of Mario. I have a bunch of like different Mario stickers that I just kind of like have in a cup right here. So I would just take a picture of that, say I'm going live, and like I wouldn't really get the retention that I would need off of Instagram from that. But the retention was still there off of Twitter. So what I started doing is I would pick like 1 or 2 levels that I had throughout a stream. And if it was a Kaizo level that was like really hard to beat, I would take the clear from like the beginning to checkpoint and then checkpoint to end. And I would just clip those and then post those clips to Instagram. And that's all I was really posting for a while there. And that's really what helped boost my Instagram up. I got a lot more people who came into my chat and who brought other people into my chat strictly on my Instagram videos from that.
Dude, that's incredible. I'm looking up.
I haven't posted to Instagram in a while.
Doesn't matter. We're looking at it now.
I've actually been really bad. Like it sucks. I really wanted to do this interview, and I'm really glad that we're doing it. But like the timing couldn't have been worse because
I think the timing's perfect because it's like cool. Now it gives you a good set of like, cool. This is what I want to do, and we can make an action plan on kind of starting from essentially nothing, right?
Right. Also, real quick, self promo. My commissions is not only digital work.
How dare you?
I do also do physical modifications. This is a dock that I made for the Switch. That's with incredible. Working GameCube ports.
Dude, you got to be kidding me. Are you freaking serious right now?
I swear to God. There's a video on the Instagram if you want to go check it out. It's a little bit lower. I also have all the internals and stuff on there.
Where is it? It's farther down, right?
Yeah, the video is farther down.
Okay. Check out this month's giveaway.
Those are
this doesn't
Kaizo
look like
videos.
this doesn't look like 6 feet, by the way. This doesn't look like social distancing. I don't
That was
appreciate.
before COVID.
Oh, it's been that long. It's been that long. Where's the so which one is it? It looks like this one looks like a speedrun.
Like the speedrun Kaizo videos, pretty much any of those straight black screens.
Right. So you can post. You could choose which part of the video to have as the thumbnail, right?
Yeah, I just actually learned about that.
That's good. Well, I can try to look for the
I would
doc
say
a little bit later.
If you scroll down next to the question mark block.
Okay.
Oh, that's not even a good picture. Right next to it, right there. Yeah, try that one.
Okay.
Your video feed is
too
lagged behind.
Much too much.
Right.
Yeah, I think this was one of the ones.
Actually, can I?
Oh, this one.
Can I share? I could probably share screen, right, with you.
Oh yeah, probably.
I feel like that's a thing we could probably do. Turn off camera, turn on share screen. Yes, this one. Share it. So now you can probably see everything, right?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So, all right, now where are we going?
Scroll up a little bit. Down. Next to the question mark. To the left. No, the other one.
This one?
That one.
This one was another one of these.
Another Kaizo video, I think. So yeah, these are the ones that like I'm posting to Instagram is finding levels that are a little bit harder than your average Mario Maker level.
Right.
Kaizo style for anybody out there who doesn't know what that is. Pretty much hard. Yeah, rearranged.
Yeah,
that's the legitimate translation is rearranged, but
you know how the English language kind of works.
Yeah, the English language likes to take things and bastardize it, so now it means hard.
Exactly.
But yeah, so it's just stuff like that. Little clippets of me beating a difficult level or overcoming something that took a while to beat. There was a level that took about 5 or 6 streams worth of just straight grinds. That one got posted on Instagram as well.
That's amazing. I feel like there's a lot of streamers that are doing that, like trying to make sure. 1 second.
Yo,
Rose, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. I thought that my notifications were off, so. But I appreciate you with the Great Ball evolving into Ultra Ball. So
yeah, and also as Britt said in your chat, she is going to be helping over with my social media, helping it kind of not taking over completely, but helping me with posts and things like that as well. She is definitely I'm the brawn, she's the brains. I play the games, she does all the stuff behind the scenes when it comes to socialing. Yeah,
that's incredible. That's incredible. Yeah, man, I absolutely am in love with that idea. That just a good support system is freaking awesome. I've found it. We found it. Shut down source when not visible. We've done it. Ball evolution. We're gonna do properties. Shut down source when not visible. So we've done it. We've freaking done it, dude. All right. Now that I've kind of figured all that out, I thought that was already off, but now that we've figured it out, we're good.
You're good.
So yeah, I love it. I love that you have all the hashtags. I know that hashtags are very important, especially when it comes to, when it comes to Instagram. So just as like where do you think your engagement is kind of coming from?
100%. It's coming from speedrunner, and Kaizo specifically. Those are like my 3 top ones that are bringing in views to me. Even though they're not top hashtags, those are the ones that are like most relevant to people who have come to my stream and told me that they came from there, or me seeing people searching certain tags that are finding my channel.
Mm-hmm.
Now there is something that I just found out. I think it's called like top hashtags or something like that, where Twitch, if you actually search hashtag Twitch right now on Instagram, you're going to get flooded with streamer girls, and that's it. And me trying to combat that is not going to work. So what you can do is you can put in the hashtag Twitch, and it'll give you kind of like second best thing that you can try and use as a hashtag instead of that.
You are not lying. Well,
yeah,
look at this.
no.
This guy doesn't look like a streamer girl right here.
No, he made it through. One lucky once.
He's done it. Going live in 5. Absolutely.
But yeah, so it's a program that you can, like, instead of using the hashtag Twitch because you're seeing that that's not bringing a lot of traction towards your channel, you put that in there and it gives you more relevant hashtags that are searchable, usually with the Twitch hashtag as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be trying to utilize that a lot more to gain more traction that way. Definitely keeping the speedrunner, speedrun, and Kaizo tags on every form of social media I possibly can, because those are, I feel like, what brings a lot of my very niche audience to my channel.
That's incredible. What's the is it a website you said?
Yeah, I forget what it's called. It's like hashtag.
There's allhashtag.com, tophashtags.com.
It's like no, it's like dang, I wish I could remember what it was called.
Oh, well, we can figure it out later. Guys, I'm going to take a very quick break. All the soda's kind of getting to me. So I will be right back, and then we will continue talking with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. JP, and then we'll talk more about Instagram. We'll talk more about just everything in general. All right, be right back.
And now, a sensual evening with Taco Remix.
Oh, hello. You scared the crap out of me. I'm Mark Emery, aka Taco Remix, aka Taco Remix X, aka Tacos Remix. Of course, if you call me Tacos Remix, you're instantly banned from my chat. First and foremost, I just want to thank you so much for following this channel. You are following this channel, aren't you? There's plenty to do here in the Taco Remix channel. You can plunder, sound effects, mini games, there's mutiny, all while watching amazing content. Do you enjoy the channel? Consider donating bits or real world money. I accept all forms of payment, and I'm sure you would be more than happy to give me any bits that you have. Don't have bits? You can watch ads, right? Of course you can. Or hell, maybe you'd even like to subscribe. Maybe you'd like to gift a sub. Maybe you'd like to gift 20...
All right. You guys have seen this a million times. That's fine. All right, brother. We're back.
Woo!
And just as a quick one, for some reason this commercial makes me want to get banned. Oh, Wedge. Let me catch it with chat for just a little bit. Also, Carla, thank you so much for the sub. I really, really appreciate you. She was like, "Please read my stuff." And she's been sub for 9 months, which is a big deal. You know, we've been current. I want to say the official start of Taco Remix was when my daughter was born about 11 months ago. So the fact that she, was hanging on for 9. I've been streaming for 3 years on different platforms, and she stuck it out through the whole thing. So Carla's definitely
nice.
She's like that. She's that one person where you're like, oh, she's my number one. She's been with me since the beginning.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I've been on Twitch for 3 years, on and off though.
Oh so yeah, I
hear you
for sure.
I hear you.
Taco, I love you and Goose. Thanks for being there and being an amazing guy. May you keep growing and gaining supporters, and don't forget your favorite bother. I will never forget you, for sure. And yeah, I did see the message from Brittany. We'll also be taking over some socials for him and helping. But I got a new position in home health care, so I'm essential and super busy right now. But definitely, I mean, it's hard, you know, getting the full-time job, getting with especially with the times that we're in right now, you know, trying to focus on that. And of course, you know, trying to grow as a content creator, dude. Can you believe that?
Oh yeah.
Also, as Wedge said, shout outs to JP. That's JP13. Let's get a shout out. Let's get a shout out going right here.
Thanks, Wedge. Appreciate that. I found that website, by the way, too.
Oh, perfect. What is it?
Yeah, it's tagsfinder.com.
Tagsfinder.
But hold on. Don't go there just yet.
Okay. There's a very important thing that we need to do first, right?
Yeah, it's and then / just because if you don't do this one, it's gonna give you a whole bunch of like other options that are unneeded.
Okay. So I'm at tagsfinder.com/
en.
Okay. You're on push to talk still?
Oh, did it cut out?
I got tagsfinder.com /en / Twitch. Is that what it is?
No, hold on. Mm-hmm. Are you on Google?
I am on Google.
All right, hold on. Because like this website, it's hashtags for everything that you can possibly think of.
Oh, even the dirty stuff, huh?
Yeah, so that's why I was trying to get you past so you didn't have that come up.
Yeah. Oh, good. Well, maybe we'll just take out all the dirty ones and then just kind of go Twitch, right?
Yeah.
ENUS / Twitch.
Well,
so
those
Twitch,
ones you want to
Fortnite
keep
Gamer.
on.
You want to keep them on?
Yeah, because it says specify parameters for searching hashtags. It says skip hashtags that contain.
Oh.
And then so you technically left those ones.
Oh, absolutely. Well, you want to grow, right? That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do.
But yeah, so like if you notice Twitch is like one that you don't think you're going to get on there, you would just type in Twitch and then it would give you all the other recommended hashtags that you could possibly do instead of Twitch because
That's incredible.
are like the top ones that get used along with it. So like maybe Twitch affiliate, that's one of the ones that comes up. Mm-hmm. Different things like that. Obviously, you get like Fortnite, Battle Royale, because those are real big along with Twitch. But you just kind of gotta weed out the ones that you wouldn't use and see what ones you might use.
Dude, that's amazing. I love that. Mm-hmm. I absolutely think that this is great. I've only used Twitch, Twitter, and then YouTube, and those are my big three. I feel like if you're gonna spin a bunch of plates, get good at spinning, one plate first, and then two plates.
Oh yeah,
and
definitely.
Go from there. Instagram's awesome. I tried to do it all, and then I was just like, well, jack of all trades, master of none. So I'm definitely big on Twitter and YouTube, and trying to kind of use that and getting the content from Twitch, and then move it onto YouTube, and the whole content being subjective thing. I'm a big proponent on, because of I feel like people overthink their YouTube videos, and I feel like the thing that really counts is the thumbnail and the description, and that's what really drives the engagement, especially with suggested videos. So you found me through YouTube, right?
No. I found you through somebody in my channel. I don't remember who. So at the end of every stream, I'll check my following and see if there's anybody that I'm following that's playing like Mario or something related to a topic of a game that we were talking about that day, who is around the same size as me. Mm-hmm. And somebody, I forget who it was, mentioned you that day. And then like 3 days later, the new Ninja came out and you had done your video on YouTube. And I hadn't like searched you on YouTube or anything like that. I had just rated you that one time, but you popped up on my suggested on
That's
YouTube.
amazing.
Because I was searching that Ninja to find a good run for it. And your video popped up. I was like, oh, hey, it's Taco. So
it's amazing.
Yes and no, essentially. It was like kind of like one of those perfect storm things where if I didn't rate you that day, I would have found you through YouTube. So yeah, essentially.
That's incredible. I definitely a big thing to kind of pop content through everywhere. And that wasn't my high quality one, right? That was the one where it was just a Twitch, like a Twitch cut and everything.
Yeah, it was just the Twitch cut one.
And
as far as I remember.
If we look at my, let's. So this is why I'm huge on like content being kind of subjective. And let's make sure I go to the right one, because I forgot that Taco Remix with 2 X's. Otherwise it goes to my other channel, which has been dead forever. But so I have 2 Ninja runs, and again, like you're saying, it's good to what is it? It's good to do content often. So that's what it's kind of why I'm doing both, interviewing guys like you to kind of because I love, like I said, self-help and doing all that. And I feel like I want to do more of that content, doing stupid little challenges for Ninja and not just like, oh, this is the best time. So this one, 10 minutes, this one, 4 minutes. If we look at the stats for this one, right? Very much, 2,766 views, and it's just Twitch clips. And, you got the like ratio, 31, 11 dislikes, which, it honestly doesn't matter. Little secret. Doesn't matter if someone likes or dislikes a video. As long as they click one of the things, you're going to go up there and, in rankings. So for tags, like tags, I didn't really pay attention to. Description I feel is the best, but it's pretty much that's it, right? It's cut 2766 31 11. If we go back to my other one, which is supposed to be, this one's way better. It's less time, so people might click it more and everything like that. 2774. So like the same amount of views, same amount of like to dislike ratio. And really, I mean, what's the difference, right? You still have almost 3,000 people looking at you that wouldn't have looked at you before. So I feel like because it's the same exact, the same exact ratio, the same exact viewership, really all that really matters is the tags and the thumbnail. Even these tags were all like super optimized and everything. And I don't know, man. It's a whole thing.
Yeah,
definitely
that's my problem with doing the YouTube is just it's so hard for me to allow myself to post something YouTube video wise that's not just like a straight rip archive because I'm too hard on my editing.
Right.
So that's why I want to kind of push it off. So that way something can get done, I can just grab it and be like, yeah, here we go, push it on there. Because like that's one of the biggest things is Twitch is great for obviously long game, being a streamer, making money, trying to monetize like your channel. But Twitch is real bad about searchability. That's why you want to grow on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. YouTube, one of the biggest ones. Try and get an audience there and then bring them over to Twitch because that searchability is so much better with just everything that they have in place compared to Twitch.
Absolutely.
And I unfortunately learned that way too late. And you'll see once we get into the YouTube part of this
Me and you
conversation.
Both, me and you both.
Oh no, trust me, you were like literally miles ahead of me on YouTube. But yeah, that's the thing is like a lot of people don't realize that. And I'm finally seeing that, and I want to get things out on YouTube. So I'm that's why I'm trying to get an editor and just get it all going and get a post out there on everything that I possibly can, even if I'm not going live every single day, because I don't want to get that burnout.
Mm-hmm. It's a big one. It's definitely, burnout is a big one. For anybody who doesn't have an editor, highly recommend, just even if you have to post the long form clips, as long as you get something out there, that's all that really matters. As long as you get a good thumbnail, get good tags, and then post the information out there, as long as it's something you can consider, decently entertaining and something that has a theme. I mean, you see people posting Let's Plays all the time. Dude, Let's Plays are not the way to go. Things that people actively search for are definitely the way to go. Especially when people are trying to look for things like ninja runs,
Yeah, the ninja runs are huge.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you're a Mario Maker streamer, dude. Like,
yeah.
What else can you do from Mario Maker? Like, if you're trying to climb the list, what can you do that sets yourself apart from anyone else? You want to kind of be the authority on the thing that you're spending the most time doing. So are you going to be authority on Mario Maker? How do you become an authority on Mario Maker? Cool. What are the things called, the indicators? Like, let's go through each indicator. These are what all the indicators do. What's a troll level? How do you make a troll level? Okay, cool. Let's read through Defender's whole troll level thing. Like, he's the authority on troll levels. That's why he's got, that's why he is where he is. And he hasn't really posted a lot of YouTube videos. Like, isn't that something?
Just like Composer, he is the authority when it comes to music levels.
Yep.
You say Composer's name, and anybody who plays Mario Maker is like, oh yeah, I love his so-and-so level.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, it's the Africa Toto level that he made in Mario Maker 1. But
that's what got him on the map, dude. And we're talking,
it is.
You get something that goes viral like that, it shoots you up. Like Grand Pooh Bear, it started 4 years ago or something, and he got up there because he was doing Mario Maker levels that had never been beaten before, especially by Panga. By the way, Panga, infamous, known for super hard levels.
Stupid hard levels. Yeah, he beat U-Break. He was the first one to beat it, wasn't he?
Yep. There's an airship one, I believe, that Pooh Bear did as well, and all that. Composer's partner now, if you haven't heard. Oh no, I've heard. Yeah. Don't worry.
I saw that. I was in his chat. Oh yeah. I was super happy about that. It was funny because I like to say that it was because of me, because I rated him the night before he got partnered.
Oh my god, that was the push he needed.
Even though Twitch doesn't count raid numbers towards partnership or anything.
Oh yes, that's Wedge. That's exactly what Barb is known for, just being a dick. Absolutely,
and making good ROM hacks.
Nothing to do with Grand Pooh Bear, Grand Pooh World or anything like that. He's just because he's just being a dick on the Twitch. Actually, do you know how Orator got up there? I'm actually super curious how he got to where he got.
How Orator did? Not really. I know he was really, really big on YouTube with Ryukar, and Grand Pooh Bear kind of started shouting out Ryukar. But as far as Arthur, I think it was just a matter of he was on YouTube and he had a big enough following to where when he moved to Twitch, he made an impact. And it was the fact that he was on at 4 o'clock in the morning when nobody else was streaming Mario Maker.
That's the big one.
Yeah, it was just he had the viewership already. It was just a matter of getting the right time to stream, and he ended up hitting that right off the bat.
That's amazing. I will also say, Mango Pusher, everyone hates your levels. So you ain't that ain't a singular thing.
I can't say that I haven't played one of your levels, Mango. So
don't ever. So, so, you know, that's a good thing for anybody that wants to be like a Mario Maker streamer and wants to make it as a Mario Maker streamer. Like, you have to think about this. Like, why are you streaming? What sets you apart from everyone else? And that's the really good. I mean, that's a really good observation. Like, so I saw Carl Sagan, for the first time as a suggestion on YouTube because I watched Dashi a bunch. So I think it's safe to say that he really got his following from YouTube and from, you know, starting out doing Mario Maker levels. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've been following Carl,
DGR and all that. Like, they all came from YouTube, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a big thing. It's just growing your audience on YouTube and then just always directing them back towards your Twitch.
Absolutely. And then you have some, you know, and I know that Freaking Geek Games, I really love how tight knit this whole community is, by the way. Like, I absolutely love it. I feel like, you know, all the people that, you know, slowly become partner and all that. And you have a conversation with all of them, and it's really cool.
Oh yeah.
I know Geek became partner through, Carl Sagan and doing all that and getting a bunch of raids. And then the memes started happening back and forth, and that's community integration. I find that she's kind of a special case though. Like, if you're doing just Twitch, I highly, highly recommend you don't do just Twitch, because sometimes, yes, someone will raid you, but that doesn't guarantee anything. There's plenty of people that I've seen get raided by streamers that have over 2,000, 3,000 viewers. And the next day they're back to the same thing. Like, what?
Oh yeah.
What really sets you apart? Like, I know that Geek does a lot of troll levels, and that's a huge thing. And it's a good supplement to, you know, her and Defender. And they're very much, in that whole little niche. So I think if they're pulling those kind of numbers, if you're trying to be a troll, like kind of a troll Mario Maker player at this day and age, either do a lot of networking or start doing some kind of YouTube videos that starts explaining how trolls work, how everything kind of, you got to be the authority on stuff. And especially on a niche of a niche, that's something, you gotta just dig and start broadening from there, from that little thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Mario Maker, we don't sit high as a category already on Twitch.
Absolutely.
And then on top of that, we have a lot of people in the community who, everybody who essentially wants to watch it, own the game because they're wanting you to play their levels. So
right.
I feel like there's a lot more people in the audience for Mario Maker who also try their hand at streaming, and it kind of floods out the category as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a lot of stuff where it's a niche on a niche at this point. And even more so, like, you can almost go like 3 times with it, because you have so many people now who do puzzles and Kaizo and, creating, and then you have people who are specifically good at creating music levels, specifically good at creating Kaizo levels. Now it's getting to a point where, like, you look at like Space Pig. Space Pig is amazing at creating levels. Yes. A niche on a niche, he's good at creating Kaizo style levels. But then you go that third tier, a niche on a niche on a niche, he's extremely good at creating shell jump Kaizo levels.
Yeah, you got to try to carve your way out. Space Pig's getting up there too, man. Like, he's definitely a great dude. I saw him a few times, and just absolutely, it's cool seeing people that try to carve their way into a specific area of Twitch and be, like I said, you got to be the authority on it. So I feel like viewer levels is very much I don't want to say it's a false number, because really people can go anywhere for viewer levels, and the fact that they're on your stream watching you play their levels is good. But I feel like it's kind of, I want to say kind of empty numbers, because, like, cool.
Yes and no. I can see it.
Because, like, do they want to come to you? You have to have like an extremely high entertainment value in order to
to hold the retention.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, after you're done playing their levels, are they coming back to your channel? That's the kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you really have to look at it with like viewer levels. And that was something that I juggled for a while because I am strictly on viewer levels at this point. That's all I play is just viewer levels, and then I'll play a Ninja every now and then on stream. But that's the big thing that I was looking at was, all right, if I'm going to do this, I can't look at my numbers like, oh, I'm bringing in 15 average every day, because 5 of those people average are probably just people coming in, letting me play their level, and then leaving and never coming back. So there's a lot of give and take there, but you definitely have to have more so of the entertainment thing, and that's why like when a lot of people come to my channel,
Mm-hmm.
I'll let them know straight up, like if it's their first time coming in my channel, I'll be like, hey, I'll play your level, but I'm not going to play your level unless you're here. And
Right.
I don't do that one just because like it's like, hey, I don't want to play your level if you're not viewing me, but also I do it out of respect for them, because I know that there's people who are waiting in my channel who want me to play their levels, who are waiting to watch me play their level.
Absolutely.
And they want that. So like I also have that give and take where like if I know somebody is there, there's a couple people who have kind of bad internet connections on my channel. And I'll ask them before I start playing their level, like, hey, are you in my chat right now? Because I know that your internet goes out, or I know that you usually eat around this time. Do you want me to wait to play your level until later on? And like, I feel, at least with me, with my attitude and how I handle my chat and streaming and just like my overall persona and everything, I like to think that I can hold that retention a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But the main thing is having those people come into my channel and waiting to play their level, and they have to stay there for me to do that, also gives them a chance to watch the stream and see if they decide if they want to stay or not. And once I noticed I started doing that, I've noticed that the retention does stay. So I can definitely understand what you mean with like the inflated empty number kind of like feeling, because there are people who just drop it and leave as soon as it's done. But it's all about how you build with that little bit of time. And you can say the same thing about rating. I mean, if you have somebody who's coming in and rating you with 1,000, 2,000 people, and
Right.
if you can hold the retention for the little bit amount of time that you have them for, where 10% of those people will stay on your channel and come back, that's a huge number.
Right.
And you have to think, I average probably about 100 to 125 views a stream.
Mm-hmm.
And I average about 10 to 15 views lately. I know that that's kind of wonky because some of the streams I've done lately haven't been there.
no, it's completely okay. I feel like Mario is kind of definitely an outlier.
Yeah,
a lot of people come to, it doesn't matter how big you are, people will come to your stream, throw their level in the queue. I feel like it's nice because you do get a good amount of viewers, but eventually I feel like you do kind of plateau.
right.
Because I think viewer levels are sort of like a supplement, like a community type of stream, right? Like let's go into this. So Twitch, I mean, I feel two types of streams. There's community streams, and we'll say content streams. And the content streams I feel like should be a type of, the streams that you put on YouTube, the streams that will generate a type of, things that people will want to search for, things that people will look at the thumbnail or the title and be like, oh, I gotta click that. Is viewer levels going to garner a click-through ratio, right? You want something that probably gives you, a higher view count on Twitch that people want to search for. And those people eventually, maybe you'll get 1 to 2 people that pass through or follow or do something to your Twitch channel when it comes to, when it comes to something like that. which
Oh
I
yeah,
feel like,
definitely.
and you've been doing a kick-ass job with Instagram and doing all that, and it's really helping your numbers out and kind of generating stuff from all avenues. I mean, I feel like there's a whole bunch you could do, right? The more hands and more jars you can kind of throw out there, the better you can get. You were talking YouTube. YouTube obviously is the best one because it has the most people kind of running through. Twitter. I like what you said. The going live messages are nice. What I like to do is I have my Stream Deck, and my Stream Deck will have a little thing that says you can change your name to now live next to your name. I feel like it's very unintrusive. And I feel like you could just do a random tweet about anything else and just to be like, I like ice cream. And people will be like, oh, I also love ice cream. What's your favorite type of ice cream? But also they'll see your name and, I like
now
to kind
live.
of I like to go live and then I'll send out a I love ice cream tweet, which I didn't do, but it is what it is. And they'll be like, oh, he's now live. And they click on there and they'll be like, oh, through here, let's check him out. Blah, blah, blah. I feel like, you want to put as good amount of content as possible out there on all avenues. I guess a going live tweet. I mean, I'm not for it. I'm not against it, but I feel like there's, I feel like you want to put out as much, quality content as possible. And I think
definitely.
that the now live name change, in my opinion, is a good way of doing that.
I mean, to be honest, I didn't even know that was like a thing. And now that you say that, I completely agree with what you mean and what you're saying. Like, I feel like that's way less intrusive on your social media announcements. Because like Twitter, everybody calls Twitter like the yelling box. It's what people go to yell their 140 characters worth and then they're done. If you're just yelling, going live, hey, going live. Hey guys, I'm going live every other day.
Well, that's a big thing too. I mean, here's the now live, and dude, screw it, man. Let's do it. We'll tweet. What's your favorite ice cream flavor? Tweet. Dunsky. We've done it. We've done it, chat. But yeah, dude, why not? Maybe it'll pop some more people in and they'll be like, cool, he's live right now. That's amazing. Drink water, nerd, you've been talking a lot. Okay, we got it. All right. Are you going to post what your favorite ice cream flavor is?
Huh?
Are you going to post what your favorite ice cream flavor is?
Yeah, I just pulled it up. I was going to respond.
Yeah, I see you. All right. I just had 2 Snickers ice cream bars. Dude, Jason, that's amazing, bro. Holy crap. I would say, dude, we've got 2 comments already on the favorite ice cream consensus. To anybody else?
Go.
Okay, let's go. What's your favorite ice cream flavor? We got mine is pistachio. Gross.
No, not gross. What?
I love pistachios. I don't think I've ever had pistachio ice cream though.
Dude, pistachio ice cream is phenomenal.
Oh, that's
I
amazing.
love pistachio. Like, I don't like cake. I'm not a big cake person.
Mm-hmm.
My whole life growing up, my mom made pistachio ice cream cake, and it is like it's made with like it's the pistachio like pudding that Jell-O makes with like Sprite and like pistachio ice cream. Oh my god, it's amazing. So good. Highly recommend.
My mom's always she makes the most amazing cakes, and I wish she would make me more cakes, but instead she goes to Baskin Robbins and buys me a mint chocolate chip ice cream cake every year. I was like, I love you. It's been 10 years with the mint chocolate chip ice cream cakes. Because I've moved on. I've grown as an adult. Give me cheesecake. Learn to make a cheesecake, please. And then she gives me a for my most recent birthday a gift card for Cheesecake Factory. I was like, that's not the same thing. Peddling off your cake making skills to Cheesecake Factory. By the way, it was delicious. Cheesecake is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, for Twitch, 2 types of streams. You got the community streams, you got the content streams. So I feel like we're going for growth. We're going for, I'm assuming you don't want to stream to, how many people for, the remainder of your streaming career. Right?
Like 10 to 15. I would like to get that number up a little bit more.
10 to 15 Play My Webble streamer viewers.
Play My Webble streamer.
Which, two of those has got to be like your personal bot and I would say Nightbot or something. I don't actually know if they count as viewers, but
I have mine set up where they don't count as viewers, and I don't have any other bot. I only run my personal bot on my channel. I ban all the other bots strictly so they get shadow banned and they can't count as viewership because I want authentic numbers when I'm looking at it.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, yeah, the new shadow ban thing is amazing.
I love it.
Amazing. For anybody who doesn't know, there's a specific viewer that likes to post a bunch of different names of himself and pop up here. And by the way, if you're a streamer, mod Kryptonite bot in your stream. Can I do that? Okay. Kryptonite _ bot. Shout him out. The most amazing
Buttspot.
streamer.
I don't have Buttspot deleted. He was in my channel for a little bit, but after I'd switched through a whole bunch of stuff, I removed them. I don't have Buttspot.
I absolutely hate Buttspot. I've gone to Buttspot and being like, don't ever respond with changing the stuff that I write with butt ever again. So now whenever I go into anyone's chat, Buttspot just leaves me alone. And I was like, that's right, Buttspot, know your place.
You said this Kryptonite bot?
Yeah, Kryptonite bot. If you mod them in your chat, you anything that guy creates instantly bans it from your
really?
From your channel. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. I discovered that through Showciety, which by the way, shout outs to Showciety.
Yeah, huge shout outs. That's awesome. I will definitely have to do that.
It's time to time Buttspot out. I'll ban Buttspot. I don't even care. Buttspot can suck
eat a butt.
Dude. Yeah, exactly. He can suck a butt. All right. So let's see how your let's see how your stats are kind of going. So hours watched, I'm seeing boosted up significantly as of 2020. So I'm guessing all this was from on and off streaming, right?
Yeah. So the very first uptick back in 2017, I started playing.
Yeah, that's
Super
a
Mario
significant
Brothers.
one, dude.
Yeah, I was speedrunning Super Mario, and I started doing any percent one-handed runs, and that gave me a huge boost. Then I kind of fell off the bandwagon, stopped doing it for a while, didn't stream, and just kind of stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
The second big boost was when I started doing Mario Maker 1, and then life kind of just went in and out with streaming. I moved like 8 or 9 times throughout 2018 to 19.
As it does. Also, I love how it's, yeah, cool. I have 317 followers, and then
right.
you lost 6 of them, bro. You lost 6 of them in 2, 3, 4 months.
Yeah, and then it was just on and off streaming, and then December I actually ended up losing my job because of my back. I was
December 19th. I'm calling it.
No, it was actually before that. It was before that. I didn't start streaming the day that I stopped working.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, I was a mechanic at Chevy, and I was in a car accident a long time ago. My back started hurting, so I couldn't work there anymore. And a buddy of mine was like, well, I could get you a job here with me. So I just was like, all right, sweet. So everything kind of fell in place, and then that job didn't end up working out. So I kind of found myself just sitting.
Right.
And I was like, I really miss streaming. I have all this free time. I'm going to start doing it again. So I really started like kicking myself into gear and really started picking it back up. And that I would say that was December 19th. More so, I really started focusing on streaming and really trying to get everything kind of in place to where I need it. January 1st, I would say.
Mm-hmm. I need to turn off the background. All this stuff just keeps happening, and it's like I'm so unprepared. It's ridiculous. All right, 1 second here. Let's get the Capagen kind of out of here too. Good stuff, dude. And like, I'll tell you right now, man, this is significant. Like the growth that you're experiencing, that I'm seeing, is really good. Like you started middle of January. I would say you officially started, kind of middle of January here.
Yeah.
And your followership just kind of spiked in the past 3 months.
Mm-mm. Yeah, this past month could have been a lot better. I won't lie. But that's also, I started my new job March 2nd, March 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
So I do attribute that because I went from not working at all to working a 9-hour shift that was an hour away. So the 9 hours actually took 11 hours out of my day. So I had to get used to that and my new stream times and try and figure out a sleep schedule and still be social and just everything like that throughout like this whole month. And now I kind of have it all under, wraps, where I know what I can do, how I can do it, and who I can reach out to help me do the things that I can't do, that I need to do to keep this growth going.
Right. And I'm seeing it's very much the average viewer kind of spikes here. This is all, you said specifically viewer levels, right?
Yeah, specifically viewer levels as of like January 20th. Every now and then I'll have just a random like Just Ninja day. And there was one day where I tried playing something else. I don't remember what else, but it was really bad. And it didn't end up working out. So I was like, yeah, I'm never going to play this ever again on stream. Some of my friends wanted to play a game, and I was like, oh, I'll just stream it and play with you guys.
Yes, because I've done that as well. And it's really interesting being pigeonholed in something like Mario Maker. Because you have the whole community, and if someone sees you play something other than Mario Maker, they're like, "Well, I don't want to watch that. It's fine."
Right?
He can't play my Webble, so it's very very hard to variety streaming, bro, is rough. It's a rough game. Yeah. Did that for before I started doing exclusively Mario Maker and art. You try to supplement it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Wedge. Very devoted.
We're very devoted.
If you're not playing my Webble, unfollow, unsub. So I was also told, by the way, when we're talking about Twitch bans and stuff, I've learned not to ban someone as a joke because it removes their sub.
Yes.
So they lose the $5 that they gave to you, and that's not cool.
Mm-hmm.
If you ban someone out of a joke, you better be prepared to gift them a sub.
Oh yeah.
It's not true, Grizzlage. Really? Then who the hell was telling me otherwise?
I thought that it was true. It's just timeouts don't remove subs. I thought bans do, timeouts don't.
Twitch support says that shouldn't happen. If it does, they should contact Twitch support. So there we go. Oh. The truth about them Twitch subs. That's good. I'm glad you cleared that up, man. That's huge.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Because I heard the same thing.
All right, man. So I'm looking at your stats. Let's talk goals. What's the main thing? What do you want to do? What do you want to? What's your end goal? Do you want to do do you want to do this full time? Do you want to make a couple extra bucks to like buy a nicer camera and lights and stuff like that, or what are we? What are we talking?
End goal is full-time content creator.
I'm glad that you said content creator and not streamer.
Yeah. Yes, content creator.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm definitely not put all your eggs in one basket kind of a person, and that's why I say that. Because if something happens with Twitch, if something happens to YouTube, anything, like I could start doing this thing with YouTube and it could take off.
Right.
That doesn't mean I'm going to quit Twitch. I'm going to keep doing Twitch just as much as I ever did.
Yeah.
Just because that's where I get my content for YouTube from. But it's also one's going to drive the other, and one may be more volatile than the other every other month. I mean, Twitch, I might have a decrease in subs. YouTube, I might have adpocalypse happen. So like, I'm very aware of things like that. Yeah, very aware of things like that. So definitely content creator, because I always want to have something else to be able to fall back on if one or the other doesn't work out.
Fantastic. So we're talking short-term goals. What would you say would be some of those? And I know you probably just kind of blasting you with that out of nowhere, but
oh no, that's fine. As far as short-term, what are you looking at, like time frame?
So I'm not talking, I want to have this amount of viewers, I want to have this amount of blah blah, because all that stuff is something you can't control. Obviously.
Right. No.
So I want to be a Twitch partner. It's like, nah, bro.
Yeah. No.
You the goals are set to.
I would say
we're talking. Do you want to up the amount of YouTube videos that you want to kind of produce? Do you want to up the amount of, Twitter, presence that you have, et cetera, et cetera?
I would say Twitter presence for sure. As far like, I want to elevate all of my social medias, but in different ways, because I want each of my social medias to have its own kind of community that has its own types of reaches. That way, if somebody finds something on Twitter that, they correspond with, it doesn't mean that they're going to find the same thing on Instagram that they correspond with, because those social medias are built differently. So like Twitch, I would look at like just trying to stay on a regular schedule, and make sure that I keep that schedule. YouTube, post regularly and actually get things other than March 6th, 2020 archive uploaded.
Wait, hold on. You're talking YouTube?
Yeah, so that would be
Okay.
YouTube.
So
Twitter.
Let's talk actual numbers. So how many YouTube videos do you want to do a week?
I would like to get to at least, I would say safely 2 to 3 a week.
2 to 3? Let's go 2. 2's attainable. Because like I said, if you want to get good at spinning a lot of plates, you got to get good at spinning one plate. So
True.
So we'll do 2 per week. And with this, I'm also struggling with that, trying to do that as well. Like I said, content is subjective. So even if it's posting a full VOD of you doing something, that still counts as something. That's you posting something on your YouTube. It's making it active. It's doing all that. Again, what really counts in terms of people seeing your content is, well, let's look at this. Let's see, prioritize thumbnails and description. And do you know SEO works?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you don't, for anybody who doesn't know how SEO works, I mean, Google search, man. It's definitely, you find
highly recommended.
Yeah. You find out what the best search terms are, all that. Like, Ninja Run, and then you put the actual Ninja Run name, and then you put, these are the other Ninja Runs that also were there. And it's mostly because nobody really sees the description. It's mostly for the robots in the internet to sort through your content. So definitely the first two. So
it's pretty much it's a way to make your fly bigger so you get trapped in more spider webs as you fly through.
Exactly. Or your spider web bigger so more flies get trapped in your net, right?
Yeah, so, that's probably a better analogy.
Yeah. So we'll say the first 3 lines in YouTube description. That's something you want to actively write because that's what people are going to look for when they're looking at your YouTube video. Make it catchy. It's like a written version of a thumbnail, essentially. We'll even write that written version of a thumbnail. So prioritize thumbnails and description. So like the rest of the description, and we can rest of description as many SEO phrases as possible. And that's going to, and that's what's going to make like your spider web bigger for more flies to kind of land on. And that's what, like, I don't know, am I able to kind of do this? Look at my, so I believe this one, I didn't really, I put a lot of stuff, right? The first 2 lines, boom, world record for the Bonsai Bill Cliff Climb Ninja speed run, 24 seconds, blah, blah, blah. So I could have really written this a little bit better just to be like, this is a world record speed run as of this, and I show you exactly how to do it, and people will be like, oh, cool, click. And then the rest of the stuff, Ninja speedruns are a new thing in Mario Maker 2. The Ninja speedrun Bonsai Bill Cliff Climb current world record. Like, you want to talk about, this is what people would say. So Bonsai Bill Cliff Climb current world record. That's a search term that people are putting in.
Right.
Ninja speedrun Bonsai Bill Cliff Climb is another search term that they're putting in. Yeah, Mario Maker 2 is 5 Ninja speedruns currently. Ninja speedrun run is rolling snowballs. Ninja speedrun 2, like, you add as much metadata as possible, and that's how more
word vomit.
Yep. And then it's 2,700 views isn't big by any means, but if you're just starting out, we're talking that's 2,700 people that didn't see it before, I'd imagine,
right?
So
right.
It's very important to put metadata in, to just put as much stuff as you constantly can. Also, Kryptonite Bot is just banned. Man of Steel 972. Hey. Account age 48 seconds. Kryptonite Bot is amazing.
Nice.
Yeah. So
so that would be the big one for YouTube. Twitch you got covered. Twitter, I would say definitely limit back my going live messages. Figure out something with the Now Live name change, because I don't actually own a Stream Deck. I do want to get one.
I mean, and you can also just change your name to Now Live and do all that. That's not
my problem. Is like, I don't want to say I'm lazy. I forget to do things like that because I already have so much set on my plate for going live. So like,
let's add a going live checklist, like create one, right?
Yeah,
easy.
That
enough.
would be a great thing.
Yeah,
and then I would say as far as Twitter, I want my Twitter to be more back and forth, and I'm gonna actually touch on Mad Cujo, what you were just talking about a couple messages back, because I completely agree with you with recognizing with the different social media platforms, but those spots of crossover, being able to jump on those. 100%, I agree with you, and I do plan on doing that. My thought on it was Instagram would be more of like what Instagram is used for, not saying, hey, I'm going live, things like that. It's more for, hey, look at this cool clip, look at this cool picture that I made, look at this cool commission mod that I did, like different videos and pictures. Twitter, I want to be more of the conversational thing, because that's what Twitter is. It's more for conversations. Now, if something comes up in conversation on Twitter where somebody's asking about a mod, I can be like, oh, hey, I actually just worked on a mod. And then I can cross reference that platform on Instagram and, potentially get them back and forth. And obviously, as I post to Instagram, I'll also post about that on Twitter. It's more so of streamlining each of those social medias to be what that social media was built for. Yeah, I do. I do a lot of different commission work, digital and traditional, and like paint, mods, the whole 9 yards, whole bunch of stuff.
It's amazing. You can talk about that later, Cujo.
Yeah, Cujo, hit me up later.
Hit him up. Hit him up for them tasty commissions. So Grizzly just sent a couple amazing links. Pretty much the first one. If a channel bans, sub remains. If a full Twitch suspension, subs are canceled. So if you're suspended from Twitch, all your subs are canceled. However, you will not lose your sub for a channel ban. And I love how they're like, let's put out some fires. If you do, please contact us so we can look into it. And that's link.twitch.tv/get support. So thank you, Grizzlage, for that. I appreciate you. By the way, if you guys don't know, Grizzlage, also an amazing streamer. Check him out. Currently, we are talking with the great JP13. So if you don't know who he is, follow him or you're dead to me. And for all of those watching right now, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate y'all. We're talking about just, deep diving into JP's Twitch, trying to see, his whole social media presence and trying to develop goals for becoming a better content creator. I feel like not just my homie JP can benefit from this. Anybody else watching this can kind of be like, cool, I should probably develop my own goals to kind of grow, especially if you're an enthusiast that loves to, that loves to stream as well. Also, Fun Steve, thank you so much for the 7 months. Dude, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Okay, so add more back and forth, which I really like this goal. I found a really cool way to gain follows is not necessarily from creating like videos and doing that. It's good for content for people to watch. But as far as new people, the best way I think to do that would be to, let's do this real quick, man. I mean, go on Twitter, you search Twitter Mario Maker, and then look at people and what they're really saying. TGR, like, cool, dude. I appreciate you. Go to latest and not necessarily the highest, but boom. I make Mario Maker 2 costumes to learn sprite artwork, blah, blah, blah. Heart it. Comment. That looks awesome. And I feel like, especially people that are in your, that love Mario Maker, and they'll also see, oh, hey, this guy makes Mario Maker content as well. Or he's a Twitch streamer. Oh, he's also now live. I've had a few follows just from doing that, going to each individual thing, hearting it, commenting on it, saying, what's up pretty much. And sometimes people come at me and they're like, oh, this guy streams. Oh, let's see him and see what he does. And I feel like through Twitter, that's definitely the best way, because it's like a big water cooler, people just talking about stuff. And
for sure. And that's what I was saying is, like, I really want to focus my Twitter on being more of like that back and forth conversational. Mm-hmm. So like what you just pulled up and showed, that's like exactly what I mean is what I'm going to be trying to do with my Twitter. The Instagram is the one where it's kind of more showing off the videos and the pictures and stuff, because that's what that platform's for. So yeah, 100% agree with you there.
Oh, especially with tagsfinder.com, dude, that's a freaking game changer, dude.
Oh yeah.
That is a game changer. I didn't even know about that one. So I would say let's go add more back and forth. Let's make, like, I love making concrete goals and trying to say, cool,
so let's say maybe start
so let's say comment on maybe 20 tweets a day.
Yeah.
I'd say that's a decent little goal. And then, that's 140 tweets a week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 120 people that didn't know who you were before.
Exactly.
And the more you do it, the more times people comment on stuff, you eventually start getting overlap. And I think it's like anywhere from 4 to 7 engagements before people actually start paying attention to you.
Yeah. Usually it's about that, yeah.
And so we want to talk about just regular content in general, like doing a regular tweet just out there. So let's just say one Twitter. No, let's do 3 clips a week, right? We could say that. Because you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it too much, and they're what, 60-second clips, and we're going to be doing that from YouTube videos and Twitch anyway. And I would say how many? We'll say regular 3 normal tweets a day, and you could probably do some kind of thing where you can get a schedule, like kind of a calendar going on how you want to, oh hey, remember to do you can spread it out. We'll do comment on 7 tweets, do a tweet, do a video or something something like that.
Right.
And I feel like, just getting yourself out there and kind of doing that would be it's like I said, you're getting more engagement than you normally would have. It's a good way to do it from there.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And that's why I feel like when it comes to Twitch in general, community streams are good, but this is the main reason why you want to do your content streams, because content streams is what gives you the this is a really interesting thing. Let's click through this.
Luckily, I have a pretty solid community.
Absolutely.
One of my mods and most of my regulars know that I like Kaizo levels, so they usually give me those harder content enriched levels to play. So
that's awesome.
I get lucky with that one because it allows me to run the community streams, but it still is a content producing stream as well.
Right.
Which is really nice.
I feel like, there's different things that people are drawn to. There's entertainment, there's skill. I'm trying to think of all the all the different ones, and I could probably look that up later. But definitely skill is one of those. If you display a high amount of skill, but kind of try to mix in the other stuff as well with entertainment and all that, it's definitely the more you kind of overlap it, the better you kind of get. But again, it can even be we're talking what's the term? Just a bunch of clip, like a highlight reel of how the stream kind of went. You can even do that for YouTube, man. You get all whenever something nice happens. This is another reason why I love Stream Deck, by the way. And also you don't to anybody who doesn't have a Stream Deck, you don't need a Stream Deck. It's as easy as doing a macro on a keyboard that tells it to clip something,
Yeah, when I said I want to get a Stream Deck, what I'm actually going to be doing is probably buying one of those number pads and just making my own off of that until I have the extra money and get an actual Stream Deck, because I do want to get one. I think the usability and how it's built and just how they're set up is very versatile and would be used very well for what I want to use it for.
Absolutely. So Matt Cujo asks, what does a Stream Deck actually do? Everything.
Everything.
Go for it. Go for it.
Well, you own one. I know what it does just from videos and research that I've done on it. So if you want to show yours off.
Yeah, man. So this is the Stream Deck. So it has a bunch of different integrations. If I wanted to turn off my lights, I could do that through the Stream Deck. If I wanted to brighten the lights, make the lights smaller, if I wanted to turn my freaking Philips Hue lights purple, I could do that. I can make it orange. You can't really see it. Let me throw through here. Maybe
it's an amazing tool.
See, you could turn it pink. You turn the frickin' stuff however the hell you want. What else can you do?
You can set up alert gifts, things that pop up on your stream. You can set up folders that do more things. So like,
so one of the
when
best
you look
things,
at a stream deck, go ahead.
One of the best things is whenever I do something like, let's go to the bonus room, this is what I do. It's a whole, you could set up macros to kind of mess with all that. So there's one that activate pipe down scene transition. So then it starts the movie on both the scenes. And then it goes and actually transitions the scene itself. It plays the music to kind of say it's the bonus room music. And then when everything's done, you hit another button and it reverses everything. So the multi-actions are amazing. It does the plunder. And what the plunder does is you type plunder plus the amount you want. It starts the movie, starts the music, it starts all that. So you could do emote only chat. You could do followers only chat. You can do sub chat, which I never do. You could do you could do a marker. You could save a 30-second clip of your stream just by pushing a button. It's super versatile. It by far one of the best purchases I've ever made.
Yeah.
I cannot recommend it enough.
Yeah, like the last purchase that I just made. So I'm holding myself accountable for any money that comes in as far as like subs, whatever, all of that. I keep track of it, and I always make sure that I put that much or more back into the stream, just because I'm not doing Twitch as a side job, a side gig. I'm not doing it to make money right now. I'm nowhere near close enough to become a full-time streamer. So instead of just pocketing that money, I'm putting it back into it. The last purchase that I made was a new controller because I was playing on a wireless pro controller, which is awful. So I got a Pokin.
I love it.
And
I love mine. You shut your mouth.
Oh, I hate mine. I have mine right here.
Right.
Like it's right here. I still use it, but I don't use it for Mario Maker anymore. My fingers, I can't get over the D-pad, and my D-pad drops up and down inputs now. Like I've taken it apart and cleaned it. Like it's not good anymore. It's too old. So I got a new controller wired so I don't deal with lag. And the next thing that I'm going to be saving up all my stream money for when I get another payout is I'm going to be getting a stream deck.
That's how I started, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I've been at this for almost a year now, and a lot of the stuff that I have is, through doing Twitch. I try to put it back into the stream as much as possible to kind of up the quality of everything. But yeah, man, I think it's completely awesome. Wedge also agrees with you. He says he loves the Pro Controller except for the D-pad. And then he says, can the Stream Deck replace the janky chair? The chair is part of the stream, okay? The chair is what makes the stream. How dare you? I know that it stabs me in the leg with a big old metal piece, but it's part of the charm. It's what keeps me awake during these during those ninja runs. I don't know. Gamer Gwen, I love you. New chair or riot? No, Gamer Gwen, we're doing it. We're getting a new chair. I've already put the money in. Gamer Gwen is, I'll be honest too, Gamer Gwen's paid for half the chair. Wedge, thank you for your janky chair related medical bills. I love it so much, dude. Thank you. I appreciate you. Oh my God. Okay. So we have, let's go from here. You have your going live checklist, which is good. You have your clips a week, normal tweets a day. And again, I'm going to send you this just to kind of, so you can, you don't got to follow this verbatim. Just go with what you're comfortable with,
Oh, definitely. It's definitely going to have a ramping transition period where like I'm going to be like trying to get used to it. But like all of these numbers so far definitely seem obtainable, especially with the schedule that I have right now because of everything that's going on. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to definitely try and hit all of these goals, like not as soon as possible because I don't want to burn myself out, but realistically, and keep it going for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think, cause I was learning OKRs, which is objectives and key results, which is a big old thing that I'm doing for my current job. And they said that you need to make it to where your confidence level is about a 6 out of 1 to 10. It's something that you feel that you can't really, you're like, oh dude, I'm going to have to like really work my ass off to do it. Cause that way it puts some fire under your ass to be like, oh, I have to do a bunch of different stuff. It gets you out of your comfort zone and does that. If it's something that's a 10, you're not going to respect it. If it's something that's a 1, you're going to feel like shit because you couldn't do it,
Yeah.
Which is nice. So I guess it's like a kind of, how much you're comfortable with. So you kind of gauge that and feel how comfortable you are with all of that. All right. So with Twitch, 2 different types of streams, blah, blah, blah. So how many streams a week? How many streams, are you trying to do?
I would say 3+, and I specifically want the plus on there just because of Saturday, Sundays. Like my schedule right now is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until whenever, and Saturday, Sundays are tentative. Where if Britt's working or if like I'm got some free time, I would like to consciously want to make the decision and be like, hey, let's stream, let's do this kind of a thing.
So a couple notes of this 6:30 p.m. till whenever. I feel like managing your time is very, very important. Till whenever is kind of like a broad term.
So I say that because I usually stream until 10:30. Like I usually only give myself the half hour, but I've noticed that I've gotten a lot more people in who do viewer levels and they give me levels. So I try and be like, okay, well, we're going to go a little bit later, a little bit later, a little bit later. So I say whenever, because I don't want that hard cutoff to where people be like, oh, it's 10 o'clock. JP's not on anymore.
So that's why it's kind of a viewer levels are dangerous because
I know
because you crave the viewership that only viewer levels brings when the main goal is to be like, why do people come to your stream?
True.
Aside from using you for viewer level hearts. And
True.
I feel like if you're going to be a content creator and you see these bigger guys, like they don't always do viewer levels. They always do something, they're doing something else sometimes.
Very
right?
true. Yeah.
So I feel like that's why you have the community streams, then you have the content streams. So I think, 6:30 till maybe 10:30 would be a good idea for the community streams, and then cut your freaking queue off earlier so that
I have been. I've gotten a lot better about it lately too.
Yeah. So it's a very bad fallacy because you do get a lot more viewers than you normally would playing viewer levels, but I like to say it's an empty number because they're using you essentially.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes they'll stay for the content, but it's trying to find that the content worthy streams that people will come for. It's be more interesting essentially, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
What can I do that's going to be interesting, that's going to make people come and stay? And you it's multiple different things. We're not using you.
It was Backseat. Backseat was the one who told me to raid you that first day. That's who it was.
Yeah, look at Backseat's I love Backseat so much. He's so amazing. Thank you, Backseat. Look at what you've created. No, yeah, Backseat Sauce, man, by far one of my favorite people. We're gonna shout him out because if not, then why the hell not, right? So, what I'm thinking is, it's more, and this is like a question you kind of have to ask yourself, is if you're gonna be a Mario Maker streamer, what sets you apart from the regular streamer? Anybody could do viewer levels. Mm-hmm. Anybody could, and this is why I'm trying to branch out because I'm also plateauing, man. Like, You could do the same thing, but also if you're trying to branch out with stuff, you're essentially just making Let's Plays for YouTube and Twitter and all that. And it's nice. You could do a funny moments thing and that might get you some, but if you're doing something that people are actively searching for and they view you as an authority on stuff, It's going to make them actively search for your videos and actively find your videos through a bunch, you know, I think the more videos you have, the more views you have, the more views you're going to get, essentially, just from, you know, the more people you have, the more people get drawn to you. It's like, it's a
snowball effect.
Yeah. And that's just because of the way Twitch's algorithm works, right? Because you have eventually, it takes you out to a small sample, and then if a majority of those people retain, you get brought to a bigger pool of people. And then if the majority of those people, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. You could have said, that's why you could essentially go to all of YouTube if enough people view it. Like, you know, those 10-second, this is me at 3 a.m. YouTube videos. And you're like, why the hell is this a thing? Because people watch it all the way through and it goes into a bigger pool. It's one of those outliers, man. So it's definitely something that, you know, and Mario Maker's big, but it's also, you have to, you know, it's a niche. It's definitely a niche market. So, so how many niches can you pretty much go through? Like, I was thinking in my mind, like, do I just do a bunch of new games and try to do tutorials for these new games and do all this and try to get, you know, 3,000 views here, 2,000 here, like 300 here? Cause if you're doing new games, variety streaming is terrible unless you play the YouTube game and do the freaking content streams, man. The content streams.
Learn the algorithm.
Yep. And I feel that community streams are very important too, though, because that's more of like you're hanging out with your diehards and you're kind of getting there. Fun Steve has a question. Dude, go ahead and ask the question, man. So in terms of Twitch, we want to do both community streams and content streams, like stuff that's going to be, and this stuff you have to keep in mind, people are not going to watch on Twitch sometimes. These are specifically for
creating content for YouTube,
specifically for YouTube, and then taking clips from that and putting it onto Twitch or Twitter and Instagram. Like, that's specifically what that stuff's for. That is made to bring more people in for the community streams. So it's kind of a nice little feedback loop. Fun Steve said, how does one know when you found your niche on Twitch in a variety genre? Dude, I'm gonna ask you this, JP, because I think you might know the answer to this also. How does one know when you found your niche on Twitch?
It's kind of like, the way that I look at it is kind of like a nickname. It's not something that you do or say or force. It's something that's kind of given to you. So like a nickname, you walk in somewhere, something happens, or you know somebody for a long time and they give you this nickname, and then you go by that for however long you go by it. As far as like figuring out when you found your niche, it's when you find something that you're comfortable doing in whatever game it may be, and you realize that people are talking about that thing that you're doing. So it's not something that you force. Like, I'm not going to sit down and be like, my niche is Kaizo in Mario. But if I sit down and I play a Kaizo level and somebody comes in and they're like, oh man, I could never play this level. How are you doing that right now? And be like, oh, well, you know, I'm doing this and this and this and this and this. And like, you start explaining it to them. And then the next day they come back and they ask more questions. And then a week goes by and they go, hey man, you know, I started watching you a week ago. You explained all this stuff, and like, I didn't think that I would ever be able to do that level that you played the first day that I saw you, but I just went back and I got to the first checkpoint. It's things like that is where you're like,
and I feel like I feel like just to add on to what you're saying, it's again, that's being an authority on a specific thing, and you're trying to teach people how to do that specific thing. So, and by teaching people stuff that they actively search for helps you become an authority on that specific thing as well. That's how I feel when I watch Mr. Remix, bro. Thank you, man. well, with art and stuff too, I like to teach on how to draw a lot of that stuff as well. But when it comes to drawing on stream, it's like, dude, I don't know if I want that to be my thing, you know? Which brings me to another thing I wanted to say. You find your niche doing stuff that you love doing and stuff that you have fun doing. Pretty much do what you freaking love, dude. And also, like, it's like, oh, do what you love. You don't work a day in your life. No. You need to treat this like a job. You need to treat this like it's an actual thing. You take it seriously. If you want to be a full-time something or other, you have to put work in it and figure out how to do it. Backseat doing the JP love, dude. It's amazing. But yeah, I feel like Slade is honestly a good crossover example. I watch almost entirely Mario Maker, but I'll see Slade playing something weird and check it out. So I have no idea who Slade is. Shoot me a link and I'll
Slade. That is a rename. They weren't named Slade. That was Panic something alarm. God, what was their name? Oh my God, why can't I think of... Oh, this is gonna bug me. Why can't I think of their name?
No, it's good. It's all good.
High Five Panic, whatever.
High five to safety. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, High Five to Safety.
Dude, Lone Blonde Wolf with the freaking.
Thank you, Lone. Appreciate that.
So if we look at someone like Slade, like what caused them to be, where they're at? And again, I haven't really researched them and seen what they can do, but I feel like, having that niche and becoming an authority on that specific niche and then broadening out from there kind of helped him, trying to see all this. Yeah. So I feel like I could do a lot of content in the way of animation and drawing and teaching and doing all that, but also I love playing video games. I love streaming. I feel like I've streamed a lot. So I feel like, dude, I at least know a decent amount to help people get better. And that's really all I'm trying to do is, help. I'm not trying to I guess not become like the authority on this, but you got to start somewhere, man. You gotta try something. So in terms of Twitch, so streams a week, you want to do 3+, 6:30 p.m. till whenever. I would say let's go 3. Anything after we'll say is extra credit.
Sounds good.
So you can't do a weekend stream every weekend? Or can you?
No, probably not.
Okay, so we'll just say 3, and then anything else, and the new Twitch, the schedule stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I just saw, it's been a while since I've streamed, so I've been looking at that. It's like, oh, I got to start utilizing that. I think.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be good. So let's go. What I also have learned recently was you stream 6:30 p.m. We'll say 9:30 p.m. I know you would typically end it. Time. I know you would typically end it around 10. I like to say end it 30 minutes earlier than you normally would. That way, when you raid someone, you could dedicate that 30 minutes to just hanging out with the other guy.
Yeah.
That way you develop kind of a relationship and being like, oh, this guy's actually pretty cool, blah, blah, blah. Normally people come in and be like, oh, dude, sorry to raid and run, but I got to do the thing. And it's like, dude, I completely understand, right? Because we've all been.
No, I actually like that a lot.
I need to eat. I haven't showered in 48 hours. I've been streaming for fun. I got to go. So let's just say 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m.
Yeah, for sure.
And then till 10 p.m. chatting, at the very least, till 10 p.m. chatting.
Yeah.
And not talking about, oh, I'm a streamer. Oh, look, I streamed and I rated you and blah, blah, blah.
No. No.
Another thing that I learned.
Proper Twitch etiquette.
Proper Twitch etiquette. You know it. Another thing that I learned is when you raid people and doing all that, try to raid right around your number, essentially,
Yep.
your sandbox. Mario Maker is interesting because you can go anywhere from, I would say, sometimes you run into dickheads, but mostly everyone here in Mario Maker is super chill and super nice, and I absolutely love it. Anywhere, if let's say you have like 7 people that watch you, you could go probably up to 25, 30, right?
Yeah.
Like those, everyone's there. They know they're all cool with each other, and at the very least, you'll get a nice little conversation going. And again, the 30 minutes afterwards, just to say what's up and do all that goes a very, very long way.
For sure.
And sometimes you'll have, I would say, shoot for one weekend stream a month.
Yeah,
Easily.
that's doable for sure.
Easily doable. Now, as far as community streams and content streams, I don't want to just burst you full of content streams. So we'll just say you can do 2 community, 1 content, right? Because you want a content stream to be 3 hours, whatever. And that's going to fuel your YouTube videos, your all that stuff for that week.
Yeah.
So even starting like maybe an hour prior, we can even hour prior to content, come up with a script. I think that's easy. That's doable.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that way, cool, I'm going to be doing this. We're going to be doing this. And obviously you could even hype it up on the socials and stuff too. Just let people know that, hey, these are the things that I'm doing this week, blah, blah, blah. And I know the whole, Twitter with going live now. And it's like, well, you can even do a thing where you pin I've seen some people do this. This is the stuff I'm doing this week. And you pin all what your schedule is pretty much. And that way people know where to find you and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. I watched the video you shared. There were so many good tips in there. Yeah. It's all I've been doing the past 3 weeks was looking at how-to video. Dude, I'm a self-help nut, bro. Like I'll watch that stuff till my face turns blue. When I went to TwitchCon 17, Tacos the Casual visited and we were just chatting and all that stuff about TwitchCon. He was like, dude, like when I was at TwitchCon, this is what I was telling him. Me and Goose Bizzle, all we did was we woke up early and then we went to as many of those panels as possible on how to do this, and how to grow your channel. Tacos was like, I did not picture you as someone who is super into that. And I was all, bro, you have no idea. It's an addiction. Like it's really, really bad. So I feel like there's so much knowledge in my freaking head. And I was like, dude, let's just spill it. I gotta do something, man, where I spill that stuff out in my own little personal way. And I haven't really seen anything from anybody on YouTube actually talking with other people and kind of hashing stuff out,
No, I've seen, I wish I could remember his name. He was really big in Magic and
Brittany, I agree.
Dota. Huh?
Oh, I was just saying I agree with Brittany. She was talking about blindfold ones too. It's like there's a content stream, bro.
Yeah.
Can
yeah,
I beat this blindfolded? ? And people will be like, oh, like that'd be something interesting, like clickable.
We did a stream a while back. Oh no, it's fine. We did a stream a while back where I was blindfolded and she was telling me what to do in the level, and then she was blindfolded and I was telling her what to do. So like, that is definitely a content style stream for sure, and I'm hoping to be able to bring some more of those in.
Yeah,
but I wish I could remember the guy's name. He's a Twitch. I forget what the higher than Twitch liaisons. He was like really, really big in Twitch, and he moved to a developer for a different studio. And he went on YouTube just kind of like explaining a ton of stuff, like behind the scenes, everything, like as far as how to get bigger and like how to grow.
I'd love to, if you know that video, dude, You post it in my Discord. You son of
I will as soon as I find it. I will. I've been like, if you see me looking off screen over at one of my other things, it's because I keep checking through my YouTube history to see if I can find it because I want to give it to you.
Dude, Wedge, that's a great idea. I don't see it done often, but I've seen several streamers do endless easy blind, where chat had to tell the streamer what to do.
That's actually a really good idea too. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's more of like wording it correctly on YouTube as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like can Twitch chat help me beat this level blindfolded or something like that, you know? Or
right.
You'd have to really like dig into what's trending. I'm huge into the it's not Fudge Muppet. It was something else, but it's like, can you beat Fallout, you know, as a baby? Can you can you beat Fallout by only walking backwards? Like, that's super intriguing stuff, man. Like, that's huge. Like, you do challenge videos. That's definitely content stream worthy. I make sure chat understands that I stream when and what I want, and there's nothing they can do about it. Yeah. It's your stream, dude. You do whatever the hell you want.
Exactly.
But yeah, I feel that doing this, you know, streams a week, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6:30 p.m. till 9:30 p.m. That way you set a certain standard and tell them, hey, I'm only doing it for this long. I'm doing viewer levels up until this point, closing the queue at this specific thing. And then you could even do a thing where you do randoms, right? You could do random levels at a specific point. And I like doing that. I've started to really dug doing random levels, and I'll even switch off between random and sub-random. Yeah. So like every other one we'll do that specific thing. And I feel that that's really like, people will understand. They won't have to come in there and be like, oh, I'm already, you know, I'm too late. He's not going to play my level. All right, I'm going. Like, it'll be a specific, like, well, maybe my level might get played, but also they know I end it this time. So if I don't play it by this time, you're out of luck. So it's also, it's more of like respecting the chat also, right? Because it's like, well, we might get to the level, and then they waited all that time for like nothing essentially. And I don't know. It's very much setting a clear thing for your chat, because you got to respect them too.
Oh, for sure.
The Barb approach, is that what that is?
play one random follower level a day. That's it.
What? Are you serious? Dude, that's amazing.
He'll play like I was just watching him yesterday. His entire morning stream, he woke up, he was like, all right, we're gonna do Super Expert Endless. And he did Super Expert Endless, and then like halfway through he was like, all right, it's time. One random follower level, and that was it. And then afterwards he's like, all right, back to Super Expert.
Oh my god.
Played it for the rest of the stream.
How amazing is that? I love that so much.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Thanks, Fun Steve. I appreciate you. I didn't realize that Barb did that. I've actually never really watched a lot of Barb. I think it's just because that's not the kind of content I like to watch on Twitch, you know? Right. Like, there's so many people that do Expert Endless. To me, it's a waste of time. Like, I constantly like learning stuff. So if I like streamers that teach. That's just And I feel like it kind of teaches you what kind of content creator you want to be. It's more of like scratching your own itch, you know? What kind of content do you want to see more of on Twitch? Do it yourself.
For sure.
So that's what I honestly feel like. I don't like watching Kaizo people. If you like watching Kaizo people, do Kaizo things, you know? It's a big thing. There's a market apparently, because there's a lot of people that watch it. Obviously they like doing it, but yeah, I feel like that's a big thing in choosing what type of streamer you want to be. So our prior to content, come up with a script. So that's good. So I feel like that's a good clear path of where exactly to go, you know? So, and again, it's very clear expectations. You know exactly what to do. It's not like, I'll stream until whenever. Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll do it. Maybe
6:30 start time. Up 6:31. That's whenever
we're done. See ya. I did
Shut it down.
I put in my stream today. We're good. You got to do that at least one time. No, it's a dick move, dude. You don't want to do that. All right. I feel like that's a good, it's a good type of thing. I'd love to talk with you at least, 2 weeks to a month from now when you're following this, just to see how, cause I got your stats, homie.
I know.
I got your stats. It'll be interesting to see how that, if that grows or not from there. But I'll
be interested to see it grow too.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, again, and I have to keep saying this to everybody. By the way, to anybody else who's here, JP13, shout out to JP. He's my guinea pig today, because this is the first time I've actually done this deep dive. I would absolutely love to do more deep dives. So if it's something you want me to kind of, talk with you with, and we'll just shoot the breeze on Twitch, social media, all that stuff, and kind of get you going with a specific plan on growing your presence, be sure to hit me up on Discord, Twitter, pretty much anything, and we can plan something. Oh, please do more deep dive. Oh God, yeah. No, I love it. That's the kind of stuff that I love seeing. I love seeing it, and I'll freaking I want to do more.
No, I will say, like, this is awesome, because it was a way for me to kind of like hold myself to the goals that I want to achieve.
Exactly.
Which I know I can achieve. But now that it's out there, and it's not like my Twitch channel where I can be like, damn, I don't think I'm going to do this. All right. Oops, that video just got deleted. Now there's no recollection of anything. Like, it's out there now. Like, it's in the world. Right. And I gotta follow up. So yeah, definitely. I would love to come back, 2 weeks, a month, whatever.
Yeah.
And if we see growth going, and you want to do like another revisit after that, and
that's what's good, right? Because again, I'm fresh on this whole thing as well. It's good to see, like, cool, what do we feel that was working? What do we feel that wasn't working? And etc. And we can kind of just grow from there. Like, cool. Well, it looks like, the Kaizo stuff did really well on Twitter, but didn't do well on Instagram, or vice versa or whatever. And kind of go from there. And that way, the people that watch, they learn as well, like what works and all that. And I'd love to say, there's a magic bullet, one size fits all, but really if you're going to be an authority on something, find something that no one else is the authority on, or do it better than they can.
Yeah, exactly.
And make it more searchable on YouTube, because YouTube's the big one, Random talk, but I think streamers with bit emotes, cough, need to find some way to promote them, because as far as I can tell, Twitch does not promote their existence whatsoever. Yeah, for sure. And that, it kind of goes in the realm of when is it good to, like, kind of monetize and tell people, hey, if you put this amount of bits, you can get this amount of thing if you want to support and do all that. And I feel like I need to kind of flesh that conversation out as well a little bit more.
Well, Wedge, with that too, there is a damn, I wish I could remember what it's called. Anyways, there's two of them. There's one that it's a Twitch panel, and there's one for partnership that does subs and bit emotes. And then there was one for affiliates that only did the sub badges and emotes. But I think with this new update, with affiliates also getting bit emotes as well, they might update that to where it's just one panel again. So that might actually be something that's coming later down the line, where it'll be a panel that you put on your channel, and then it'll just update and show your subscriber emotes, your subscriber badges, and then your bit badges as well.
Yeah. But I do agree for now, though, because there's so little visibility on that, it'd be important to kind of, throw that stuff out there.
Yeah.
And it's more
Make
of
a
like,
panel.
you know, when you have something like an overlay, like, cool, do you have a rotating text? Do you have like a little, you know, like rotating, what's it, like an album? You just have a bunch of pictures saying, hey, you know, for this, here's all the bit emotes. And you can even do panels underneath.
I mean, when I was going through one of my overlay times where I hated an overlay that I was using and I loved the one that I was working towards, I wasn't using an overlay at all. What I did was I took all of my, obviously I didn't have bit badges at that time, but I had my emote badges or my sub badges and my emotes. And what I did is I just took those, like, even if you aren't artistic at all, anybody can do this. You open up Paint Draw, unless you're on a Mac. Open up whatever paint thing Macs have.
Right.
Take your pictures that you uploaded to Twitch and just drag and drop them right onto a blank canvas and paint it all black. Put those on there and just do sub badges in font and then sub emotes in font, and you just paste them right there and then post that as a panel. You got all of your stuff shown right there, right underneath you.
Yep. Imagine using Mac. For sure. I mean, I feel like it's Paint is very user friendly. You know, any kind of imaging software is very user friendly. And just copying and pasting and trying to get the, you know, the proper, especially if it's a 72 by 72 image, it's easy enough to just copy and paste onto it. And these are my sub badges. And then if you're a Mario Maker streamer, download Mario Maker 2 font and then type it sub badges and do all that. And
you got it.
I feel like that's good. All right, so we've got the Twitter stuff. We got, which I feel like is good. Did I not post the
I think you
Twitter
had them up
stuff?
top.
Okay. Limit
Scroll.
going live messages, YouTube per week, changed, comment 3 clips, normal tweets a day. Okay, cool. So let's exit that and kind of go through Twitter there. So that's good. For YouTube, how many YouTube videos we going for, man?
That I don't know.
It's fun, right? Wasn't it fun?
Yeah.
Let's go for one a week.
I would like to say one week. Okay. I was going to say either 1 or 2. That way I can post the YouTube videos on one of my off days throughout the weekday.
Well, how many YouTube videos you got going a week now?
Right now is just the archive videos, so I don't really count them. So technically 0. If you don't want to be technical, then 3, because I stream 3 days a week and I upload 24 hours after because of affiliation.
Right.
But
so
it's like I said, it's just a straight streamer.
VODs. But also it's very much a oh no, this is Twitch, dude. Come on. Oh, I was looking for your for your YouTube stats and all that.
Good luck. Go to my Twitch and just click on YouTube. That's gonna be the easiest way to find it.
Oh my god, bro. I have notes.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at here.
I have nothing. Like, it's literally, I wasn't kidding when I said it's just strictly an archive for myself to save videos, and that's it.
Yeah, do you have panels
on Twitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I not seeing it? Am I just not seeing this properly? Oh, it goes to your profile now. That's why. That's interesting. Yeah, dude. Well, the Twitch's new whole little algorithm thing, we got to make it so that it's better to go through all the profile stuff.
Oh, my profile's all screwed up.
Yeah, man.
I had it all nice and neat.
Yep. Well, if you find if you find your YouTube URL, please post it on here. We can.
Oh, I got it right here for you. I figured you'd ask.
Mm-hmm. Got to get it on deck.
Let's see.
So I feel like, you know, VODs aside, we'll do one.
There you
go. What is it? One content video a week. Something that might be searchable, you know?
Yeah.
Where'd you throw it?
DM'd it to you on Twitch.
DM'd it to me on Twitch. I have your
Oh yeah, I did.
your Discord up. I have the chat open. You're gonna DM me on the. I gotta find it through there.
There you go.
Son of a. I love it. All right, let's take a look. All right, so do you not have a channel name?
Yeah. So this is the thing. I don't know how to set all that up.
All good.
To be honest,
dude, there's a really great website.
Oh, I don't have enough subscribers. You have to have 100 subscribers.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you have to have 100 subscribers to be able to get an actual channel name listed.
Bro, dude, just like spend $20 and just buy 1,000. just get monetized real quick and then just change your thing. I don't know. It's 100 subscribers you can get fairly easily if you keep up the content stuff, right? Yeah, this is strictly archive information. Oh my god, bro. You were not
I told
kidding.
you, like, not kidding at all.
I love it so
okay,
much.
so I don't have like editing skills myself for like as far as like good video editing, and I never really had like a thing for it. So like it was just mostly just straight rips.
That's why you have an editor, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
this is gonna change.
Okay. So if you don't have an editor, for those of you that don't, make it a point to learn just, you know, Sony Vegas, Premiere Pro, any editing software you have available. There's free ones out there as well. And just start going through videos and learning how to do it and post, especially when you have, you know, let's say 24 subscribers, right? Who's watching?
Yeah.
It's
I got
perfect.
24.
It's a perfect way to buff up your editing skills, essentially, you know?
Yeah.
It's the better you get, the higher quality content you come, and then finally when you do get that good video, they'll be like, "Oh wow, this is actually really good quality. Let's follow." So yeah, man. I would say, and you know, it's essentially, I'm going to call this a new channel, you know?
Yeah, it is.
Essentially it is. And then I love, by the way, if you don't have TubeBuddy, get TubeBuddy. I have Pro.
All right.
I have TubeBuddy Pro. It's amazing. You don't need TubeBuddy Pro. TubeBuddy. It's a Chrome add-on
extension.
Yep.
All right.
Yes, I would say TubeBuddy is essential. It needs to do its job during the COVID-19 epidemic. It's quite essential. After learning about it, it helped me with my tagging game. So, TubeBuddy, Wedge, don't you start with, okay? Don't you start with me.
No, it's TWOBUTTY.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
BUTTIE, Wedge.
Yeah, let me actually... I thought he was being smart. Better a smartass than a dumbass, I guess, huh? Yeah, so TubeBuddy, it's a Google Chrome add-on. It tells you everything. Like, it tells you the tagging, how much it... And again, tagging is... It's kind of lower in there. We're talking, you want thumbnails, description, and title. Get those in there. We talked about this. It's very, very important to run on that. But TubeBuddy, I would very much recommend to anybody
it's on there. I got it.
Wanting to up their stuff. And that way you could see other people's tags and all their little data and everything, which is why I can see everything that you do.
Yeah, which is nothing on YouTube.
Yep. But you still got 98 views gained on March 30th, right? Like that's a decent amount of, dude. I mean, we're talking 98 views on both March 29th and March 30th, that's persistent. That's passive views.
Yeah.
That's 100 people that,
And
that
I don't
you
use
wouldn't-
tags, nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it's just channel tags.
But it's still super interesting because, I mean, what you stream again, anywhere from 10 to 15 people. Well, really, you have 98 more impressions than what you thought you did because you're posting stuff on here. So if you do think channel tags, video games, ROM hacks, JP13, Twitch, Nintendo, Mario, Super Mario World. See, so you've got all these. You got all these tags. I'm gonna copy them and put them in mine. No. But yeah, you got the channel ID. So obviously, I have notes. You
That's
already
fine.
know. You already know. March
I want all
22nd,
of the
2020
notes.
archive is not a good name for a video. Honestly, and we already talked about it in this whole thing. Just being something that people are going to actively search for. It's going to pop you up a lot more. I honestly, one view here, one view here. So if you're getting 100 views, you must have a video that is getting a lot of views. So let's look at.
Could be.
We're about to find out because I'm sorting by most popular.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. So 88 views, 46 views. Oh, and you must just have a lot of videos, man.
It was a lot of like just stream archives and PBs when I would speed run.
Mm-hmm. Flagpole glitch instead of bullet bill. And it's 88 views 2 years ago. So,
Yeah.
negligible, right?
Yeah.
I feel like if you do that, something that's going to say, hey, this is how you do this specific thing, it's going to really up your, in a niche that you want to become the authority on.
Right.
And that is soul searching. That's something you have to really dig deep down and find out what the hell do I want to do and how do I want to, if you want to do this full time, you got to be the guy that people go to on a specific thing. And really, you don't need thousands of people. There's ways to monetize it, like, 200, 300 people. I think.
Oh, yeah.
And you get that, and it's not even through subs, but like, you get the right merch and stuff. But that's a whole thing. You don't even. I honestly, merch and all that is the farthest thing from my mind because I want to build a community and I want to have a bunch of like-minded people come and help me make my content better, and I want to help make their content. It's a whole thing, and I feel like it's a good way to go on like talking with people and making sure that they're entertained and they're learning and that you give some kind of value. I hate it when people say,
"Oh yeah,
just give value," and that's what people like. It's like, dude, it's freaking true, but it's ridiculous. But I feel like that's the thing, whether it be entertainment or skill or, whatever we were talking about earlier. So I feel like one content video a week, and then you can do things like do a little bit of, SEO research, so maybe do an hour of SEO research a week, something super simple. And again, you can change the numbers. You can do whatever you want. All this stuff's only going to make you better. Imagine doing this, following all this for however many, month after month. Imagine how much better you're going to be 3 months from now, dude. Like, it's incredible. It's incredible how, what do they say? Try to make your next stream 1% better than your last stream. And if you keep doing that for a certain amount of times, it's all exponential growth. So
exactly.
SEO stands for search engine optimization. Fun, Steve. Definitely Google it, how it's done and all that. Like I was saying, I'll probably try to clip as much as I can out of this. And just kind of put blurbs and stuff just to kind of reference it a little bit better. And I could also do like !SEO. And it's like, this is what SEO is. And it sends you to the YouTube. I don't know, just little things because I feel like more people will ask the same question over and over, and it's easy just you can say a little bit about something and be like, oh, if you want the full explanation, here's the whole video that covers it. But yeah, so we've got, I feel like YouTube is a good like this is a good little staple, right? Just to do.
Yeah, yeah.
People are going to search for it. People are going to do the thing and get good at spinning that plate. Eventually you can do more. It probably sound like a broken record, but it's very much a start simple, get your feet wet, make sure you can actually do all of this. And if you can't, cut back one of the things a little bit or even work on strictly Twitch and YouTube. I would say, if you got to cut back on one of the social media platforms, do just Twitch and just YouTube. And then put Twitter out there and make sure Twitter is just for socializing with people, not trying to put content out there. And then when you start getting a grasp of all that, you can start adding on to it a little bit. It's more just like find how much you can do. How much can you actually do? Like, how can you manage your time effectively? Eventually it's going to get to where it's muscle memory and you don't even think about it. And you're like, oh, cool. I've got a little more extra time. Maybe I can tack on this and do that.
Do a little bit more here, a little bit more there.
You try to do too much at once, you'll be like, I can't do this. I don't want to do anything. Tacos.
I'm done.
I want to be a streamer. Tacos, thank you so much for the 8 months, man. I really appreciate you. Arguably the better of two tacos from what I've understood. But yeah, I think this is nice. So Instagram. What is this? Cut back going live on Instagram. That's what we were talking about. Post clips to Instagram. So I feel like with your content streams that you post on YouTube, you can take little 10-second clips from that with the little bars at the top and the bottom. And I think there's a website that actually does that for you.
Oh,
Makes
really?
it so that it's, I wish I knew. I think it's in free resources, maybe on my Discord. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
But
I can check it out.
Yeah, I definitely got to look that up because there's something that you can do where you post a video and it makes it native in terms of like, for Twitter, it makes it kind of longer so that more people see your video while scrolling. This one makes it exactly a square and kind of does that. But it definitely practice on doing the top and bottom bar of like, insane gameplay, blah blah blah, or, however you want to do it that's as non-scummy as possible.
Cry laughing face.
Yeah. And
100% fire emoji.
yeah. Cry laughing. Who did this? Who made this? You did, you son of a bitch. Another thing is so however many videos you want to do a day, let's just say one, God, we'll just say two videos from YouTube content from YouTube content video a week. We can end up doing that. And you don't even have to do the top and bottom bars immediately, but also choose a, what's the word? A beginning frame. And not just a not just a black screen. Every little bit helps. So I'm trying to think. You're also muted because.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was my fault.
Love it. Everyone hates the clickbait thumbnails, but they freaking work, dude.
Yeah, they do. They work really well.
Oh, another interesting thing I learned from YouTube was, how everybody does the freaking the mouth gaping.
Oh yeah.
So excited.
Yeah.
I found when you're a smaller streamer, that is not the way you want to go. So if you put yourself in a thumbnail, nobody's going to click on it. Nobody cares. Who's this guy? Who's this freaking dude with, they'll look at you doing a reaction and then they'll look at your viewer, how many views it got. And they'll be like, dude, screw this. And then they'll just keep scrolling through. Whereas, and I feel like this kind of helped me. Let's do. Blah, 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 blah. Gonna go to my YouTube channel real quick. My YouTubes. So with this, I still do the O face, but it's the Mario O face. And this is more of just like this is what people want, right? A big old thing that says world record. You have the it says Ninja speed run, Ninja run, and then it has the time on it. Those are the three things that people were already searching for. Like, cool. Oh, this is the world record, which means it's fast. This is the time that they got. Cool. Oh, yes, it is the Ninja speed run. And then it shows a thumbnail in the back of what it actually, like Bullet Bill cliff climb or whatever. You see the Bullet Bill. And I feel like that's good. So this specifically 143 views 6 months ago. Dude, this is how long ago I need to follow my own advice, you know. Do as I do, not what I say. But I feel like this is why I'm doing this, so I can post that kind of content out and do that whole thing. So. Oh
yeah, definitely. I mean, they also say like you learn to do things better when you teach them yourself. So like you teaching me is going to drive these points into your brain to where you think about it more, and then you're going to want to do it more yourself.
Mm-hmm. So Wedge, is to go off what you're saying. Wedge says, interesting. I've heard from other YouTubers on YouTube algorithms, that promoted videos with faces in the thumbnail. So that's why if you're going to do faces in the thumbnail, don't do your face. Do the face of the person you're talking about. If you're talking about Twitch, do Ninja's face. If you're talking, that's why I said, well, the grow followers on Twitch or whatever, it's the PogChamp face doing the, and not my face. I feel like if faces do work, just make sure it's the face of the subject that you're talking about. Or if it's Mario, do a Mario face at the really big on the edge of the thumbnail.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a good tube. Shut the hell up. Same reason websites are plagued by those models begging for newsletter signups. They're hated, but they freaking work. Yeah, dude. I mean, any sort of, you're out there, man. That's all. And on top of this, I feel like this is a good stopping point for all of this, just to kind of get you going, getting all that. Yeah. It's a good real way to say, okay, cool. If I do this, and you can't tell me it's not going to work, bro. Like,
no,
because this is stuff everyone already knows. It's just,
right.
I feel like in general, it's more of a I want to say time management, but it's more of like you have a goal to do something, but you're like, yeah, I'll stream till 6:30 till whenever. But I feel like if you have a specific schedule, like do Google Calendar if you have to, man. Like I'm gonna do this on this time. I'm gonna learn about this for this amount of time, and you try to block out as much as you can, and obviously keep some time to be spontaneous. Otherwise, you'll go freaking crazy. Yeah. Especially with the girlfriend or the wife or anything, significant other. Make time for family, all that. I'm not saying be a complete robot, but it's important. It's important if you want to do this as a full-time job. You need to treat it as a full-time job.
For sure.
You need to treat it like work, or you could be like Tacos, the filthy casual, who's just like, I don't want to do this full time, and still gets a ton of viewers because whatever, dude.
Well, there you go. The girlfriend's reaction right there. You can know it, but now you need to apply it.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. Yeah, anybody.
I got lucky with the support.
Yeah, anybody could say what you need to do, but to actually apply it and say, yeah, this works is a whole other thing.
No, I think this is perfect. I'm going to take this. I'm going to try and apply it as much as possible. Obviously, not burn myself out, but figure out what works and what doesn't, and then
keep it at a 6 or 7 on the confidence scale.
Yeah. And if you want to touch back in 2 weeks, a month,
yeah, dude, let's do 2 weeks. That works for me.
2 weeks, okay.
I'll put it in my Google Calendar. I'll know how to keep in touch and to keep the mindfulness. This whole thing, we've already pushed this back long enough. So Yeah, man, I'm really happy we're doing this. I have to talk to Brooklyn Otter afterwards and kind of get because he also reached out to me and he was like, dude, let's do this. So I mean the whole bull crap that happened in the past month was a whole thing, but we're back, baby. We've done it. So we're gonna do that. And to anybody else who's also a streamer, feel free to give me a DM to message me and be like, dude, like let's do something. Let's walk me through it. Let's get an action plan going, because I'm absolutely like, I love doing this. I want to help you guys. Like I said before, I was very much blown away by the support I've gotten the past month, and I want to kind of give back to everybody because of how much, I feel like what's the best way I can give back to the community? This is it for sure. This is the best, one of the, I have too much knowledge. It's stupid. It's dumb. And
too much knowledge takes some.
And I feel like I feel like all the knowledge I'm kind of seeing is repetitive. And I feel like if I want to grow as someone who kind of knows this kind of stuff, you need to actually apply it. And not only through me, but through other people that you teach this stuff to, or kind of get them going on the right direction. And that way you not only have yourself as a sample, but you have multiple people as a sample and being like, cool, this works. And this is why this doesn't work. And then, I get to figure it out. Other people get to figure it out. Chat gets to figure it out. It's really cool. I'm really excited to do more of these, man. I'm
I bet.
very, very much excited. I feel like that's good. All right. Who are we raiding? Who are we going to? I'm gonna copy and paste all this to you.
All right, sounds good.
There you go, right here. Boom. It's done. It's been done. Let's see who's on, and let's get going. You guys, thank you so much for stopping by and just being amazing. JP, thank you for being my guinea pig for the first time with his brother.
No, Taco, thank you. Like, you don't even realize that you're helping me so much. Like, even though I've known a lot of this, like, putting it down on paper and be like, hey, this homework, 2 weeks, it's due. It's going to make me actually want to do it.
Yeah, I'm very much excited to see, the results that you're going to be going through and doing all this. I feel like, at the end of the day, nothing can come of it on my end as long as as long as you get something out of it, man. That's all that really matters. So let's see who we got. We got Hannah Bart, Grizzly Guy, Dice Guy. Dude, Dice Guy just came out with something that's really, really, really cool. I don't know if you saw that on Twitter.
No, I didn't.
Oh, bro.
Should I go check?
We honestly might raid Dice Guy because, holy cow. Let me show you. So this is what Dice Guy did. He made a picture of himself out of dice.
Oh, that's awesome,
dude. And I love the.
Yeah.
It is complete. 8,500 dice later, and I actually did it, a self-portrait mosaic. That takes some dedication.
Awesome.
Is that who I
super
think it is?
hardcore? Yeah, exactly.
It's not that, dude. That is super freaking hardcore, man, for sure. All right, I believe, yeah, dude. Let's do it. We talked about Dice Guy enough. I feel like we should kind of.
Yeah, it deserves it.
Show him some love. Dice Guy D30. I love it. I'd love for him to just, if he ever became partner, you could kind of, hey, I want my name changed to be just Dice Guy, and that would be
right.
That'd be a cool thing to kind of do. All right. And I really need to look into the whole, what each thing does, and especially with this new, it kind of walkthrough. I kind of want to do that. Maybe I should do that as well after this. A walkthrough on, setting up a schedule on the new Twitch profile thing, because the new profile thing, I'm like, what the hell is this, dude?
So I just went and looked at it. That new profile thing, it actually shows what you streamed previously. So when I streamed earlier today and cut out and went to you, it's showing that stream on that schedule now.
That's incredible.
So I don't think it's something that you update. I think it's something that when you go live and end, it updates it.
Oh, that's cool, dude. Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
All right, so we are rating Dice Guy. Everybody, thank you so much for stopping by, for listening to my spiel. I appreciate it. Be sure to follow JP. He's freaking amazing. We love him so much. If you don't, you're dead to me, and I hate you. Be sure to follow Dice Guy. Dice Guy. Let's do this. D30.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yep. Be sure to also take the referral raid out of the URL to give him the view, because you help a brother out.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys all. We're gonna raid him now. Let's do our little raid message. What's the raid? Oh yeah, just kick some taco raids out there. Kick some freaking taco raids out there. Absolutely. Hope you're all ready. Thank you again. JP, anything else you want to say? You have 5 seconds.
No, I'm good. You got it. Thank you.
Right
You guys
on.
are awesome. I love your community.
Oh, love you too, brother. You're freaking amazing.